Lundqvist has one, Beard has one, Panfin has one. Like you said, Saraceni has two. And a backhand score again for the Eagles. This time it's Corey Richardson, the junior. Can't imagine it's too tough to recruit kids to want to come there to school, and another shot on and a score. Philip Lasker becomes the 8th different player to score today for the Eagles. Almost a minute into this power play. And they get a score. Sam Wise the goal. And Arroyo. Florida Gulf Coast gets the kill. Cantwell backhands and scores. Here in the first game of the day, the first game of this 2021 National Tournament. NC State to be able to get that many good looks.
Well, Jacob Fry back in between the pipes has his hands full, and it's already the first goal on the board, 54 seconds in. And it's Riley Johnson, his first goal of the postseason.
They're a really good team. I mean, and I know that the record is below 500, but this year isn't indicative of what a full season would be. That time is just a breakaway chance for Peterson. You know.
Belt dances to the blue line between two more. Link with the shot, and it's a one-goal game on a score by Link. Solomon. Miller taps. Solomon knocks it in. A score from the All-American. Pass over the net. Solomon makes him pay.
Doesn't this feel a lot like game one? Aurora was down 2-0 early. They got a big one right at the end of the first period, and you're thinking, hey, we're going to be 2-1 going into intermission. Well, Florida Gulf Coast got one in the first game to go up 3-1. NC State gets one from their All-American and best player, Chris Solomon. That is a beautiful play. That is tough with that puck flying through the air. A man up, what can they do?
That's 2 minutes for hooking is the official word on Victor Hugo, and bingo! There's a score from Providence. Well, it was 3-2 until Solomon said, I'll make it 4-2 with my second goal.
Yep, steal and score from Solomon there. He caught Lewis off guard, which
battles with Miller. Page to right, spills right off Daniel, and he dives on it. Daniel, it's knocked away. Stevenson doesn't corral. Another shot far away. Daniel didn't seem to be ready for it. He's not ready for that score by Wright. It's a one-goal game. Under 9 to go. Johnson spins through trouble, works through traffic, and scores his second goal today. Page slides. Right, one goal already today. Make it 2 as he scores, and it's a one-point game, one-goal game.
Own goal, so that was big time. It put the lead back to 2, and then later in this one, with an empty net, fires in for the hat trick. The score there, third.
Carter with a slap shot. Delbridge kicks it out. Faber bumps into Partridge, lost his own balance. Coming towards the slot, backhand. Delbridge unable to get the stop. Out for Partridge in space. George off the boot of Sorensen. Wagner with the turnaround, and he lights the lamp. Josh Wagner, goal number 3, and it's goal number 2 of the period for the 4th-ranked Flames.
It started with a turnover and then a long Liberty possession with multiple opportunities. That was his teammate Sorensen who kind of lost the puck, wasn't able to take the shot, and it just deflected right on over to Wagner, and the quick turnaround into the
to play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Aurora, while Concordia will try and bounce back early tomorrow morning. Coming out in transition with a fresh line.
Hugelin takes the shot. Garrett, oh, the nice pass across, and Cushing scores!
Moralizing as badly as you were being outshot.
Scores again! Riley Scanlon. His first year with the program, 5th goal of the year. knocked up off the boards. The shot score! Derek Dropick! So UMary looking to put some more on the board. Approaching halfway through the third period. Witzke into the middle, scores! Johnny Witzke, an assist earlier.
They're all about outside of your area, wherever you're a high school player. So I think it's really great for all the programs to get exposure.
Another goal for UMary. Alex Fleechek, his second of the game. Tournament hockey once again on deck. From our entire crew on hand, Scott Lurch and Patrick Conte, our camera operators, Jordan Lowry, our director, back in our Beck studios. My broadcast partner, David Sugarman. I'm Chris Clayton. Join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the second day of pool play. UMary.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose Beck Connect.
I just went in for a regular mammogram and I found out that I had a little tumor.
Through the exam and the biopsy, it was determined that I had cancer.
I got a call from one of my doctors that I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
After 5 years, they found a local reoccurrence.
The first thing you hear when you're told you have a cancer, it's a little daunting because you don't know where to go with it.
Since 1999, in a partnership between CHI St. Alexius Health and Sanford Health Bismarck, the Bismarck Cancer Center has provided the most advanced radiation therapies and holistic support services for cancer patients and their loved ones for 20 years.
I've been at the Bismarck Cancer Center since it started. I actually was in the basement of Med Center 1 before, when we had old machines and old equipment. And thankfully, the two hospitals at the time, St. Alexius and Med Center 1, joined forces to create the Bismarck Cancer Center.
I walk in the door, I get nothing but hugs, and I was marveled at them. I mean, I thought it was the best place in the world.
The staff is unbelievably compassionate, and they explain everything to you.
Everybody's genuinely concerned about your well-being, and the level of care is just top-notch. The Cancer Center just does such an amazing job of helping people.
To me and my family, the Cancer Center means life. It's given me the ability to live out my life with my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren.
Because of them, I'm 2 years out, get to move on with my life, make a difference now for other people.
I would recommend this center because the minute you walk through that door, they've got your back.
This center means so much to me and to the people that are in this building, and we just want to keep giving it back to the community and providing for them what they need.
I'm Katie. I've been cancer-free for 2 years.
I'm Steve, and I've been cancer-free for 4 years.
I've been cancer-free for 10 years.
10 years.
11 years.
15 years.
My name is Lainey, and I've been cancer-free for 18 years.
Bismarck Cancer Center, your partner against cancer for 20 years.
Bismarck Central, 4800.
4800, go ahead.
Requesting social services on-call team.
Stand by. 4800 social services requesting additional information.
You can advise social services that we have an 18-month-old female who was in a residence with a mother, now being transported to medical care for overdose.
Howdy folks, it's a Canine Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Bossin' breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at our salad bar, sink your teeth into our famous Canine burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon-rattling pie with a combo roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the gang. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck. Featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use your promo code, and for a limited time, when you buy one set of sheets, you'll get another set absolutely free.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
My name is Rich Shook, and I lost my best friend in a grain bin accident.
Some of the emotional scars that when these incidences happen just resonates throughout the community like dropping a rock in a pond. I guess I'll never forget. At least the last moments we shared. That's why I think this is so important to get out there to people, is people think that it can't happen to you, and it can. The time it would take you to just kiss a loved one, and your life is over. I believe it's unacceptable.
This message provided by North Dakota Farmers Union.
I just went in for a regular mammogram and I found out that I had a little tumor.
Through the exam and the biopsy, it was determined that I had cancer.
I got a call from one of my doctors that I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
After 5 years, they found a local reoccurrence.
The first thing you hear when you're told you have a cancer, it's a little daunting because you don't know where to go with it.
Since 1999, in a partnership between CHI St. Alexius Health and Sanford Health Bismarck, the Bismarck Cancer Center has provided the most advanced radiation therapies and holistic support services for cancer patients and their loved ones for 20 years.
I've been at the Bismarck Cancer Center since it started. I actually was in the basement of Med Center 1 before, when we had old machines and old equipment. And thankfully, the two hospitals at the time, St. Alexius and Med Center 1, joined forces to create the Bismarck Cancer Center.
I walk in the door, I get nothing but hugs, and I was marveled at them. I mean, I thought it was the best place in the world.
The staff is unbelievably compassionate, and they explain everything to you.
Everybody's genuinely concerned about your well-being, and the level of care is just top-notch. The Cancer Center just does such an amazing job of helping people.
To me and my family, the Cancer Center means life. It's given me the ability to live out my life with my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren.
Because of them, I'm 2 years out. Get to move on with my life, make a difference now for other people.
I would recommend this center because the minute you walk through that door, they've got your back.
This center means so much to me and to the people that are in this building, and we just want to keep giving it back to the community and providing for them what they need.
I'm Katie. I've been cancer-free for 2 years.
I'm Steve, and I've been cancer-free for 4 years.
I've been cancer-free for 10 years.
10 years.
11 years.
15 years.
My name is Lainey, and I've been cancer-free for 18 years.
Bismarck Cancer Center, your partner against cancer for 20 years.
Watch No Filter with me, Debbie Schlussel, for no-nonsense, unfiltered analysis of the news that matters to you. You'll see engaging guests,
It began a 444-day nightmare.
entertaining analysis, and it has everything to do with something that happened in history, and honest movie reviews. Trust me, this is just atrocious. No Filter with Debbie, weeknights at 10 p.m. Central on Beck News and online at beck.news.
This game on the Beck Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF.
The game of hockey was born on the backlots and riverbanks of the cold north. Its rich heritage is entwined with the outdoors. It is here that the player must refine his game. It is here that the competitor is forged. But it is within that the champion is born. This is Hockey Night on the Beck Sports Network.
The bottle pops off to him. Beautiful pass to the back door, but what a save. Away it's Ginneman, and on the forehand, shoots, he scores! From the Starion Sports Complex in Mandan, North Dakota, it's day 2 of the ACHA Division II National Tournament. The Liberty Flames trying to keep pace with the top team in the pool, Florida Gulf Coast, while the Aurora Spartans looking for their first win of the tournament. Welcome inside the Starion Sports Complex. He's Mick Tidjoe. I'm David Sugarman. Thanks so much for joining us today. A short memory can be a good thing, and Aurora could really use a little bit of amnesia right now. Opened the tournament yesterday with a 10-3 loss against Florida Gulf Coast. They just want to put that game in the rearview mirror. Mick, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough game against Florida Gulf Coast. That's one of the top teams in the country, the number 5 for a reason, and the Eagles came out in the third period and really just stormed the ice. And for Aurora to come back today to have a successful matchup, I think that the biggest thing is get Tyler Heinz involved. He's a freshman, but he's a dominant freshman. He can score at will. He's such a smooth skater, so if a freshman is able to take control of this game, it would be Tyler Heinz. But you also need to see some of your scorers. Sam Weiss need to get more involved too. So those forwards really start to produce. And then that blue line has to be stellar. That is where Florida Gulf Coast really dominated against Aurora in that first game is the blue line was not strong enough for the Spartans. So if they're able to get that put together a little bit, they'll have some more success.
Liberty scored both of their goals in the first period yesterday against Concordia University of Wisconsin, but it was all 60 minutes was impressive for the blue liners of Liberty. What made that defensive effort so special yesterday in the shutout?
Yeah, overall, this Liberty team is one of the best you'll see defensively in the entire country. And I think that the fact that they can rotate in so many different players on the defense is what makes them successful. They're not just a one-line team. You can bring 2, maybe 3 lines in that doesn't have a fall-off. Liberty is just deep, and there's a reason why they're the number 4 team in the country. Yes, they have 7 losses, but they've played such good competition too, and that's why the defense is so good. It's just a very experienced group.
It's the Flames and the Spartans coming up. Game 3 of 4 on day 2 of the ACHA Division II National Tournament. Lots more to come on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after this.
Dakota Community Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Bismarck Cancer Center
and we couldn't be more honored to further assist them in expanding local state-of-the-art treatment for our citizens. With the capital campaign currently in progress, not only will their expansion include new square footage from this to this, but also additional medical equipment for radiation treatment and caring support to better serve their patients. We invite you to contact Bismarck Cancer Center for donations and naming opportunities towards their expansion.
When you choose Dickinson State University, you choose a family to help you learn and grow, to guide you and advise you, to meet you where you are, to give you a place to relax and call home. At Dickinson State University, we're here for you.
Life changes, so what's on your horizon? Horizon Financial Bank has been helping North Dakotans with financial goals since 1905, and now we're here to serve you in Bismarck. We're North Dakota proud, and being from North Dakota means something. A bank with small-town roots. We've crossed many horizons, and now we're here to help you cross yours. We're Horizon Financial Bank for the changes on your horizon.
What does it mean to be Jimmy proud? You can be Jimmy proud too. Join our family at uj.edu.
After the storm passes, after you've called your insurance agent, make your next call to Ressler Siding and Windows. In the community since 1976. That's a lot of storms, a lot of window and siding repairs, and a lot of satisfied customers. Ressler Siding and Windows uses only the finest products available and offers outstanding craftsmanship. Ressler Siding and Windows does 100% of their own work from start to finish. It's good to know that the same people that bid the job will do the job, building confidence and trust in every customer every day. Ressler Siding and Windows.
Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent or go to www.fumic.com.
Getting the ice nice and fresh for our third game of the day here from the Starion Sports Complex. The Aurora Spartans and the Liberty Flames getting ready to go head-to-head. Welcome back inside the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent or head to www.fumic.com. With Mick Tidrow, David Sugarman on hand here in Mandan. So happy you could join us today. We already touched on that. This is game 3 of 4 on already the second day here of the national tournament. We are rolling right along in Mandan. With all that being said, let's take a look around the region, presented by West Dakota Chevy Dealers. First game of the day, Florida Gulf Coast didn't have many issues with Concordia, Wisconsin, but they haven't had many issues with anybody so far this week. 7-2 win over the Falcons this morning to start the day. 17 goals in 2 games. They have been easily the most explosive team in this field so far, man.
Yeah, David, they have, and it's a hard field as it stands no matter what, but then the way Florida Gulf Coast is playing at this point in the tournament, it's really hard to see anybody slowing them down at this point. And I know they have the schedule's not easy for them, obviously, but the 2-0 start, the 17 goals, they've been able to plow through people. And then NC State just squeaking by against Davenport. That was a 3-3 game until the 3-minute mark in that third period. NC State gets a goal from the All-American Chris Solomon, and the rest is history. But NC State escapes, and if UMary wins tonight against Providence, you're looking at a matchup of NC State and UMary with 2-0 teams, the chance to go to the semifinals.
The Wolfpack have been all about the drama these first couple of days in Mandan. Squeaked by yesterday in the opening round of pool play with a 6-4 win, also an empty netter tacked on at the end of that one. They're now coming up in just a few minutes, Liberty and Aurora. Liberty will take on Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow, potentially a matchup of two 2-0 teams that will decide the winner of Pool D and who heads to the semifinals from there. And then Providence and U-Mary is our nightcap this evening. U-Mary was ultra impressive against Davenport last night in a 6-0 victory. Tomorrow on Beck Sports, same time, same place for 4 more hockey games as we round out pool play here from Starion. 10 a.m. start on the first game, and then hard starts at 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and finally, the last game of the night, U-Mary will close things out on their home ice with a 7 o'clock puck drop. That's your look around the region. Discover something strong at your local Chevy dealer today. Visit westdakotachevy.com. Getting things nice and shiny down on the ice. Let's take a look at our Eventide Senior Living Community Keys to the game as we get a great look at Scott Lurch right there. Best looking camera guy on the crew. Aurora Spartans, they lose 10-3 yesterday. They were down 3-2 at one point before there was 6 consecutive goals scored by Florida Gulf Coast. Safe to say when that happens, you're not holding on to the puck very often. Puck possession has to be key for them today.
Yeah, puck possession, you circle that and combine that with the defensive effort on the blue line. You need those two things more than anything else. And the puck possession really comes down to not allowing Liberty to control the center of the ice. And when Liberty does that, they scored 2 first-period goals yesterday, but when Liberty controls and has so much room to go in the middle of the ice, it creates problems. And Aurora, with puck possession, will be able to limit those chances from Liberty.
Going off of that, the Flames scored those 2 first-period goals yesterday, were held in check the rest of the way. What can they do to finish more opportunities today?
Yeah, lean on the captains. I think that this is a team that has a lot of experience, a lot of depth, several players over the 15-point mark. And when you have that type of number, when you've only played not even 20 games in a season, it's important to lean on those players and the experience that you do have. So don't be afraid to go to your mainstays, your seniors, and it's the time for the best to rise to the top. And it's not a time for new things and adjustments that you haven't done all season long. And I think Liberty's a team that, yeah, they've been beaten by some of the best teams in the country, but they've also played really well against those best teams in the country, too, on the flip side. So they know how to finish chances. It's just now that it's tournament time, go out and get them.
Liberty trying to go 2-0 to start pool play. Aurora trying to pick up their first victory and their first victory at the national tournament since they beat the Flames in 2018. We're going to step away, come back with the starting lineups in just a few. It's the Flames and the Spartans coming up on Beck.
Opioids are a type of medication that can relieve pain. However, just like any medication, taking opioids can impose some risks. Your pharmacist is a key partner and may be taking extra steps to ensure your safety when taking an opioid medication. Many pharmacists across the state can prescribe naloxone, which is a life-saving medication that can be given to someone who is accidentally overdosed. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one that's taking an opioid, talk to your local pharmacist.
At BASF, we know one thing is certain. When you're the inventors of dicamba, you don't advance it by just dropping in an additive. You wipe the slate clean and rebuild a better dicamba from the ground up. Presenting Engenia Herbicide, the most flexible and advanced dicamba for dicamba-tolerant soybeans and cotton. It's pure genius.
Welcome back to Mandan, North Dakota. Aurora and Liberty getting set to take the ice for their second games here at the ACHA Division II National Tournament. Let's take a look at who the starting lineups are going to be for both sides today. Starting off on the left side of your screen, the visiting team on the scoreboard. 2 goalies got in yesterday for Aurora, but it's Michael Buskowski, the third-string goalie, who's getting the shot in between the pipes today, just his 3rd game this season. The Blue Liners, Justin LeBouf and Benjamin Grabarek. And then up top, left to right, left wing is Sam Weiss, Rex Stodaker in the middle, and Joe Costello holding down the right side. On the other side, after pitching his 3rd shutout of the season yesterday, Dakota Sihainuk will be in the cage for Liberty. Daniel Hauk and Max Mitchell are his Blue Liners, and up top,
left winger Luke McFarland, Darren Carter in the middle, and the first-team ACHA All-American Blake Flanders is sitting on the right side. National Anthem is coming up. We're going to take a short break. Come back with Puck Drop as we get you ready for Liberty and Aurora on Beck Sports.
Whether you are a professional chef or a home chef, Capital City Restaurant Supply has everything you need and more. We have hundreds of gadgets along with basic cooking and baking tools and pans. Small kitchen appliances, coffee syrups, knives of all shapes and sizes, along with a full line of game processing equipment. Grill Masters, we have you covered with grills and accessories. You can always find great gift ideas in our store too. Open to the public since 1971, we are locally and veteran owned. Located just west of the Grand Theater in Bismarck at 1414 Interstate Loop.
Digging it, the 811 game. Will you play by the rules? Choose your location. City home. Choose your project. Fence. Let's get started. Sure you're ready? Continue. Hold on. There's a whole network of utilities starting just inches underground. Call before you dig, or it could be game over. Stay on top of your game. Call 811 or visit nd1call.com.
When it comes to my child and the sports they love, I want them to be ready for their moment. So to fuel their bodies and their potential, I choose an authentic source of protein that has the nutrients they need to succeed and a taste they already love. With one simple ingredient: beef.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Visit westdakotachevy.com.
Sports Network is presented by the following: Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Bell Bank, West Dakota Chevy Dealers, BASF.
Welcome back to Mandan. Day 2 of the ACHA Division II National Tournament, and we can't wait to get started. The Liberty Flames 1-0 already this week. Aurora, the Spartans 0-1, trying to bounce back from a 10-3 loss yesterday to Florida Gulf Coast. With Mick Tidrow, David Sugarman on hand with the rest of our fantastic Beck Sports crew. Game 3 of 4 today. It has been great hockey all week long, and truthfully, it still feels like we're just getting started.
Honestly, it is. It doesn't feel like we've played too much. I mean, you're day and a half through at this point. Second day of pool play. Everybody still feels like they're somewhat fresh. And here we go.
Puck Drop brought to you by Dagelman Industries. Dagelman Industries, engineered tough. The Spartans in the road blue, the Flames in the home whites. Aurora just 6-8 on the season. The 13th seed in this tournament, coming off a 10-3 loss to Florida Gulf Coast. Lindgren coming down the side. Anders Lindgren couldn't get the shot to go. That score a little bit misleading. That was a 3-2 game early on in the second period, but then 6 consecutive goals by Florida Gulf Coast broke that game open.
Yeah, once they scored 2 or 3 of those goals in a row, it was basically just Florida Gulf Coast putting the hammer down and finishing it. That's why they're one of the best teams in the country.
Flames coming the other way, a 2-0 shutout the other day, and an early goal right off the bat for the All-American Blake Flanders. It took just 46 seconds for the senior to pick up his 18th goal of the season. What a start.
Look at this All-Trail Systems replay. He is so quick, and that scoop moving to that left side is extremely impressive. Every side is a strong side, but when he's on that end and he has that much room, it does not matter where he is shooting it from.
Blake Flanders from 19
And here's the problem for Aurora. When they allowed a couple of goals at once, or in a couple of minutes spurt, that's when they started to fall apart. So you cannot allow a second goal very quickly by Liberty.
Flanders 9th in the nation in goals coming into this week. Nearly a second one right off the bat. And this time, Mike Buskowski able to make the stop. It was Trevor Granzow trying to shovel it in. And tall task for Mike Buskowski, a third-string goalie playing in just his third game of the season. We'll draw the face-off one more time. And it's an interesting test, but head coach Ryan Buchanan said, look, we don't necessarily have a first-string goalie that we go with night in and night out. It's very much a goalie by committee, and after both his first and second-string goalies had tough times yesterday, it was time for a new guy as Buskowski stops the Niederer shot.
Yeah, and that's it. You need to be able to have 2 to 3 goalies to make a deep run in the national tournament, and Aurora knows that, and they also have an extremely tough schedule. They may have the hardest schedule going up against Florida Gulf Coast and Liberty in back-to-back days. That's just a tall ask, no matter who's between the pipes.
Niederer bangs it off the boards, comes out for Jean-Georges. Niederer had the opening goal yesterday, loses this one. Spartans had an opportunity for a moment on the break, but it fell off the stick of LeBouf. And in case you thought that 10 goals for Florida Gulf Coast was an anomaly, they had 7 in the first game today against Concordia, Wisconsin. I don't know if they're the best team in the tournament, but they may be the most explosive.
Yeah, they are showing and flexing their muscles. I think the fact that Florida Gulf Coast has put out these 17 goals in the first 2 games makes them extremely hard to beat. But, of course, UMary is the #1 team and has proven this year that they are the team to beat over a long period of time. So we'll see.
Flames will take on Florida Gulf Coast yesterday, and rather tomorrow. As C. Hynuk knocks that one away. And if the Flames were 2-0, winner of that one will go on to the semifinals. In the slot, fumbled around by Maselli. And here come the Flames. Speed was on display all night last night, but only got 2 goals out of it. Chance near the crease, Doe couldn't squeeze it through. Dumped down towards Wagner, he couldn't control. And it comes back out. Spartans just trying to get some kind of momentum going offensively. It's Weiss. Kazmierzak slide to bother it, shot near the crease. Good job to keep it down by Arroyo. Now the Flames will come back out. Coming up on 3 minutes into this game, 3 shots on goal and already 1 in the back of the net, courtesy of Blake Flanders. Coming around the way is Joshua Malin. Gerald Campbell in the corner, squeaks it through. Malin got on his stomach to try and poke that one out. Instead, it's out for Barstead. Barstead shovels into the slot. Mitchell, great job defensively by Lindgren, and it comes back out. From the neutral zone now onto the stick of the Spartans. Hines unable to handle. And Malin comes back out.
Look out for Hines in blue. Number 19, just a freshman for Aurora. He's a playmaker, and they'll need him to make plays early in this game, because if you fall behind Liberty too much, like Florida Gulf Coast, things can get messy. So Hines is somebody they need to jolt really early.
George whiffed on the shot. Might have been ricocheted off a foot. And it comes back out. Spartans will have a chance to reset. They gave up a goal in the opening minute of the game. How do you feel like they've responded since?
So far, so good. The blue line is responding, and offensively, they're creating some of this push, but as soon as they get toward the slot and the face-off circles, Liberty's defense is clamping down. So maybe 1 or 2 quick passes of the puck once you get to that zone will help clear things up offensively.
Into the neutral zone off the back of the skate of Hines. It's Costello trying to get through. Hines. That went off of George. And Flanders out for George. It's a Liberty team that has been well tested this season. Every game they played this season is against somebody that's here at the national tournament right now. And that kind of schedule throughout the season has really prepared them to be back here for the 2nd straight season. Coming through and off the net, or rather up into the netting. on the shot from Partridge.
Yeah, you lose 7 games, you win 11 throughout the course of the regular season. There's a reason you're the 4th-ranked team if you've lost 7 games. It's because of the intense schedule that you put together to be at this point in the season. This is just a nice job of Aurora staying in position as much as possible and the deflection going up. But Liberty, their schedule is as tough as anybody's that's in this tournament field, and I think that Liberty has put themselves in the nice spot. They win today and you move to 2-0, and you've done everything you can to get to the semifinals leading up to that final game.
Flames led by 4th-year head coach Ben Hughes. Would have been here last year had it not been for COVID-19. Last time the Spartans win the national tournament, 2018, they took down Liberty. That was their last win in the national tournament in pool play. Kazmierzak sent back, and here comes LeBouf and company. Tried playing it up for Weiss. Instead, it's Granzow. Coming back the other way and an offsides.
You see how fast Hines and Weiss are. Both of them have had a couple of breakaway chances. Weiss is just, he's crafty. He scoots by you, and if Aurora can find the 1 or 2 passes through the neutral zone and past the offensive blue line, you will see those 2 players scream ahead and have open or one-on-one looks. That's the key for Aurora. Where is that pass going to come from to get you past that offensive blue line to set you up?
Hines' goal yesterday for the Spartans. One of the leaders of this team, and his head coach Ryan Buchanan said, look, Hines is just a freshman. Sometimes the big key for him is not getting too ahead of himself, especially in a game like this where Liberty wants to push the pace. Once again on display, it's Wagner who's looking up through the middle for Lamoureux. Comes back out for Fudala.
Last 5 minutes strong by Aurora, not allowing too many shots on goal. Your defense has been sound enough to where it hasn't broken down in protection, and Liberty is not getting its good looks like they were in that first minute and a half.
4 shots on goal for the Spartans, and Wood got that one near the crease. 5 shots on goal to none right now for Aurora through the first 6.5 minutes. Turnover in the offensive zone for the Flames. All through the middle, Lamoureux with the interception. Turns around in the slot, gives it a flick and a score! Roman Lamoureux, the freshman, just put the Spartans through the spin cycle. Early 2-0 lead for the Flames for the 2nd straight day.
Look at the body control, just so easy. It's a great angle of it because you can see the rest of the defense and how they were just watching how he turned, rifled it. Impressive 2 goals to start for Liberty. Now the key, if you're the Flames, don't settle. Last game, you were up 2-0. Put on the gas, see if you can get some more.
Trying to not waste any time. Barstead, that time right into the bread basket of Buskowski. If you're Michael Buskowski, you're a senior, but it's only your 3rd game of the entire season. You're starting in the national tournament. How do you respond right now?
Yeah, that's a good point. The 5-minute stretch where he didn't give up a goal was a strong 5-minute stretch, but your shots, or the shots that are coming, are very high percentage shots by Liberty. I think at this point, you need your blue line to help. It's not just going to be on you. You have the inexperience of not seeing as many times in the ice as you would have liked, so that blue line needs to have consistency to help him out.
Into the neutral zone, Partridge will backtrack. George across the way, dumped it for Campbell. Campbell showing off the speed, and Barstead makes it a quick 3 goals, and the Flames are on fire.
Well, they're not letting up. Look at the Ultra Health Systems replay. Just skate around. That pass was beautiful. Filthy move right into the crease. Dirty play there from Liberty. Nice setup. Look at that zone. Just plenty of room to operate. Does not miss. And I love it. Liberty, 3 different players in the scoreboard. And if you're Aurora, you have not had a single shot on goal. Liberty's goalie back there getting a little little bored. Hasn't done anything.
Campbell with the assist on that last goal as Buskowski stops that one. And Dakota C. Hynuk had a great game yesterday, 23 saves, and Buskowski was able to get on top of that one and certainly getting his money's worth right now.
Well, so Hynuk, this is the best thing for him because a tough first game, it's a 2-0 game, you're in it. If he can have a little bit of a reprieve today before a chance to go take on Florida Gulf Coast to the final game, that's the best case scenario. I don't have too much wear and tear on you. So the blue line effective for Liberty, and they have gone 8 minutes now without allowing a single shot on goal.
And the point of emphasis going into this one in the pregame we talked about was finishing chances for Liberty. 7 shots on goal. They've already got 3. Spartans trying to respond, taking a tumble was Weiss. Spartans have yet to get a shot on goal. That one is sent away.
That's the issue when you take on Liberty. They just find a way to jump in front of the puck.
Peterer plays it up. Granzow put it through his own legs, now gets it back, and it's Mitchell's turn. Doe dumps it down. Buskowski, risky call to leave the post. Looked a little uncomfortable, but they're able to flick it away for a moment.
Liberty fills the gap so well. There is no opportunity to get it to the neutral zone and then to the offensive blue line for Aurora because those gaps are filled.
Doe, the winger, coming down. Comes across, now behind the cage. Doe coming back around, and his flick is sent back up into the netting. Both teams will make a couple of changes. As we remind you, the ACHA would like to thank UXO Sports as our official apparel merchandise partner. UXO's industry-leading on-site and online event merchandising is important to the ACHA. Josh Wagner taking on Tim Vant in the face-off circle, and he takes it. John George tried shoveling it into the slot. And now George doing a great job of back-checking and flicking it back. Vant in pursuit. And George plays it around for Wood. Lamoureux, one of the 3 goals already today. 3 goals from 3 different Flames. Lamoureux was looking for a second. And worth pointing out, too, as you talk about the balance of this Flames team. 3 goals from 3 different players, and in the tournament so far, 5 goals from 5 different players. We're going to get a delayed penalty here in just a minute.
Yeah, consistency is key, and when Liberty is able to trot out so many different players and all of them are effective, makes you dangerous.
Puck stopped behind the cage. First time C. Hynuk has had to pay attention in a few minutes. Over 10 minutes in. Great check by Wood. 2-on-2 opportunity. Campbell gives it a whirl. Wide of the mark, and it leaks back out for Mitchell. Is there any way to compete with the speed of Liberty? How do you try and match it?
Yeah, I think you have to play at your pace if you're Aurora. You need to slow it down a little bit because your defense is out of sorts, but it's hard to slow it down because Liberty's lines are so good. You bring in your second and third line that competes with team's first line, and you don't have a chance to set the pace. So as much as you can, Aurora needs to set that tone, and then Heinz has to be a breakaway player like this in this situation and finish. Those are ways that you can slow down the pace of Liberty.
Hauk dumps it by everybody, and Buskowski will leave it, but in pursuit from behind, Carter almost caught up there with Arroyo. Odd man rush for one of the first times today. That went over C. Hynuk off the stick of Costello. Dakota C. Hynuk, ACHA first team All-American. Hasn't had to do too much work yet today. May 49 to go in the first period. It's all Flames.
Being a member of First Community Credit Union means access to better rates and lower fees. And it means being part of something more. It's joining a team that's dedicated to serving our community by giving scholarships to our future leaders, providing food for a hungry neighbor, and lending a helping hand to our local parks. Our communities always come first. It's the credit union difference. Come join us and see what we can do together.
Love the way you move. Alltrue Advanced Orthopedics. Learn more at alltrue.org/ortho.
The ACHA would like to thank Howie's Hockey Tape as a season sponsor this year. When looking for hockey essentials, look for Howie's Hockey Tape. Chance in front of the crease, Costello tripped up. And Carter trying to chase it down in a foot race with Arroyo. And Spartans able to get it out and clear past the other way. Two number 10s, Costello and Mitchell, going head to head. But McTidrow, David Sugarman on hand here for Beck Sports. Costello with a flick. Can I get one more chance off his own rebound? It's been all Flames from the get-go, and now a breakaway opportunity if Flanders can catch up with it. He's going to try coming around the way. Looking for Carter coming down the slots. Just a little bit wide of the mark.
I love that move. Flanders, just so much speed, opens up the game for everybody else.
Flanders scored 46 seconds into this one as Sihanouk made his first save of the day off the stick of Justin LeBouf, and it's just been all Liberty. We get a look at Sihanouk's first save.
Honestly, that may be one game plan that Aurora has to do. If you find an open crease at any point in the ice where it's a reasonable shot, let it fly, because you're not going to have many opportunities to score goals.
It's a Liberty team that only scores a little under 3 goals a game. They had 2 yesterday, both of them in the first period, but they got 2 early ones and continue to put their foot off the gas. Granzow plays it back into the neutral zone for Partridge. George will skate into the offensive zone. It leaks out for Granzow now in the slot. Shovels for Partridge, was looking for Doe. Granzow gets it for Niederer. Niederer, 1 goal yesterday, 5 goals from 5 different Flames in the past 2 days. And Fudala finding a way to play it up. Sihanouk advances it with a ricochet off the glass. Lindgren leads the team in points and assists, trying to get something going offensively now. Just 2 shots on goal in this first period for Aurora. As it's played past everybody, and we're pointing out as we get an icing called. Got to remember, under head coach Ryan Buchanan, this is a young Spartans team, 6-8 this season, partially probably in this tournament because of so many teams not playing this year and not qualifying for the national tournament. 5 freshmen and sophomores in their top 9 forwards. Even though they're taking one on the chin these last couple of days, they're getting a lot of great experience.
They are, and you're asking freshmen and sophomores, 5 of the 9 that are your mainstay players, you're asking them with 13 games under their belt to go to a national tournament in a COVID-stricken year where you did not get that experience you normally should get as a freshman or a sophomore. So I think that Aurora has responded as well as it can. And in yesterday's 10-3 loss, yeah, like you mentioned it was a 3-2 game at one point. And so they came out, they knew what they needed to do. It's just a matter of now closing out situations. It's the small moments of this is a perfect opportunity. Hines has a breakaway.
Hines coming through, backhand, nobody was home. And now Liberty will try and come the other way. Lamoureux put it into no man's land, turnover in the neutral zone. A 1-on-2 opportunity off the pipe for Lindgren. Quality look. Lamoureux sprints the other way. Behind the cage. 2 blue sweaters on his hip. Gets out for Hauck, and it's gloved by Buzzkowski. 5:33 to go in this first period. Remind you that today's game on Beck is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank, Bell Bank, BASF, and Beck. You touched on it before, something I want to circle back to. Aurora's only played 14 games this season. Liberty is up around 20 games. And then you look at other teams. Mary pretty much played a full season, almost 40 games this year. There's such a disparity in the games played depending on what state you're from, obviously through the COVID-19 pandemic. And that means a lot, especially for these young teams who are frankly here at the national tournament still getting to know each other and trying to create chemistry maybe.
Yeah, they are, and it's a good point. UMary definitely has the advantage in so many different aspects of it because of the 40-plus games that they got to play.
Weiss coming down the way, a couple of dekes, but can't get it to go. Spartans have gotten a couple of really good looks here the last few minutes. What are they doing better as Sihanouk sits on that one?
Better speed, more movement, extreme passing. The moves right there inside the blue line on this left side have really been open there for Aurora to either shoot from there or pass from there. So go back to that line. There's a little bit of a break in the blue line of Liberty on this end. So exploit it. See if you can control it, and maybe instead of taking all the shots from out there, you're able to slide it to the neutral zone or into the crease, the slot in that area toward the center ice.
Puck was flicked up toward the ceiling, so it'll be a face-off. Stay down here in the offensive zone.
I was looking up to see if there were any pucks stuck in the ceiling from all the days that have been
could have knocked one or two out of there.
Yeah, there has to be a few that are up here, right?
Face-off won by the Spartans. Costello banged up against the boards. And now it's Partridge. Plays it up for McFarland. McFarland coming around the way. Nicely done getting in position by Grabaric. Grabaric will try and get something going. Costello up for LaBouffe. LaBouffe to the left side. Easily halted by Sihanouk. And when I say easily, I'm not sure it is easy, but he makes it look like that. So nonchalant in goal.
Yeah, watch this. He just slides over it, barely moves, takes it to the chest. The reason he's one of the best in the entire country at his level.
And if you talk to his head coach, Ben Hughes, he says, I think he is the best goalie in the league. An ACHA first-team All-American, 23 saves last night in his third shutout of the season. 2-on-2, even rush coming down the way. Niederer thought about the pass in the slot, instead gets it back out to the blue line. That one rifled through by Wilkie. Doe cycles it back for Niederer. Niederer able to get some room, finds a crease shot, no good. A rebound for Granzow, and it's 4-0 Flames. 4 different Flames getting involved here in the first period. Trevor Granzow, his 6th goal of the season.
Rebounding is just as important as the first shot, maybe even more important, because Aurora's defense did exactly what they needed to. They hunkered down. McGee took it off of him to try to deflect it away from the goalie, and it still wasn't enough because of how good Liberty is off of rebounds.
Well, Flames were frustrated. They didn't finish chances beyond the first couple of minutes yesterday. I'm not sure that's something to be frustrated about. Ben Hughes is a good coach. He'll find something to nitpick at later, but that won't be it. Certainly not in this first period. Chance for 5 right off the bat. Not that time, but coming back around. Lamoureux already got 1 goal. That one rifled to the back, and Buskowski leaves his post to sit on it. And Lamoureux, rather, Liberty kind of giving you shades of Florida Gulf Coast in the sense that yesterday they had 10 goals from 9 different players. It's still a long way to go here, but either way, those two teams are going to be playing tomorrow. It's going to be a really interesting matchup with so many weapons on both sides.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth to these two teams. You're talking about Florida Gulf Coast and Liberty. And both rosters are constructed very similarly in the fact that they have just first line, second line, third line, maybe even a fourth line that could come out and smack you. So I'm excited to see that matchup.
That shot just spiked off the back of the glass. .258 to go in this one. Obviously for Aurora, long way to go just to try and chip away and get back in this one. What's your goal here for the next 3 minutes?
One, don't let up another goal. That's pivotal. Don't want to go down 5-0 heading into the second period. And two, I think just stay controlled on the blue line. The breakaway chances that Liberty has had, they've been 1, 2, 3 too many. And then lock down on the blue line. Those are the few things that you want to do for Aurora on the defensive end. Offensively, find Wise and Heinz. Those two have to be involved a little bit more. You've seen quite a few shots from different players, but those two need to be the primary guys who shoot.
Groberic plays it to center ice for Lindgren. Lindgren, great check by Malin, right at the blue line. Lost stick out on the ice, that's Takakis. Hauk slides it up for Campbell. Great precision pass up ahead to Barstead. And Barstead squeezed along the glass by Groberic. Less than 2 minutes to go. It's been all Liberty. A goal in the opening 46 seconds by Blake Flanders, and the Flames haven't looked back since. 10 shots on goal. And mega efficient. 4 goals already. Buzzkowski at that one slide by, hustles back. Oh, nearly had Toon in the post off the feed from Doe. Weiss floats one up. See Hynuk with the easy stop. 1:14 to go in this first period. The ACHA would like to thank Budget Car Rental for their support this season as our preferred agency. Discounts and special benefits are available for all ACHA membership and fans. We have our first penalty of the game. Flames will go into the box. As you see, just some shoving after the fact, Michael Niederer. Roughing is the official call, and Niederer will go into the box.
That's one you don't want to see from Liberty. 2 minutes for something coming in late at the end of a play, and yeah, you're up 4-0, but to end the first period, if you're Aurora with the chance to get a goal and squeeze something out of this first 20 minutes is imperative, and now that you have the chance to do that, it's important.
And right now, Aurora head coach Ryan Buchanan having a discussion with the officials. He's pretty animated. Keep in mind, it's Liberty who's in the penalty box right now, 1:14 to go. And this is a Spartans team that has firepower offensively. We talked about some of the youth and inexperience, but talking about a team that scores almost 5 goals a game this season. So a long way to go, but we've seen them score in a hurry before.
Yeah, they can. They can score in a hurry. We saw that against Florida Gulf Coast. They were able to put some goals together, and it doesn't take long for them sometimes, but it's just a matter of when will that first one drop, and then after that, you'll see it flow.
Off the face-off, it's Vitor. Had a goal yesterday. Slides it through into the crease. Bodies into the nets. No goal. It was Joe Costello and Justin LeBouf flying into the net there. Second look on the All True Health Systems replay.
Not sure that's going to help us see what happened here for the most part, because there are so many bodies in. You see one Flame come in right at the end to help, and that deflection nearly put the puck in the back of the net.
And it was Josh Malin, you can see there, giving LeBouf a push in the back.
Partridge in there as well, so I think the decision to say no goal is the right one, just because you can tell that it never crossed, and then you saw the hustle by everybody at the end.
Closest the Spartans have been so far in this first period. They'll still be on the power play the rest of this first period and the first minute or so of the second. Either way, it's Liberty the other way. Odd man rush. McFarland gives it a whirl. Sent away off the pillow of Buzzkowski. And despite being on the kill, Flames continuing to be in attack mode. George for Doe. Works his way into the slot. Loses it to Fudala. Up ahead, Weiss, fancy stick work, dekes it out, and a score! Weiss finds LeBouf, and the Spartans get on the board.
LeBouf has to be extremely excited about that because he has had 6 or 7 shots that just have not fallen in. And what a passer from Weiss to find LeBouf. It's not easy to get by Heinuk, and LeBouf has been waiting all afternoon. Finally finds his first. That's all it takes for Aurora. Break the ice, get that first run on the board, and then work from there.
Spartans 1 for 2 on the power play yesterday, now 2 for 3 here at the national tournament. Small sample size, but something to keep an eye out on, especially like you said, it was a really unwarranted penalty by Michael Niederer that put him in the box to begin with.
Yeah, it's a 4-0 lead, and it was one that you didn't like to see if you're Liberty, but nice job by Aurora to take advantage of that.
Christian Sorensen loses it, 12 seconds, but one more chance for the Spartans. Lindgren down the middle. Takaki falls down with just 5 seconds. And that'll bring the first period to a close. So Liberty won't pitch a shutout for the second straight day, but a dominant first period, 4 goals. But Aurora chipping away late in this first period, 4-1 Liberty going into the second. Be back in a few with your intermission report.
Hi, I'm Eric Hardmeyer, President of the Bank of North Dakota, and I want to talk to you about student loans. We encourage you to keep education expenses and student loan debt down. One way to do this is by earning college credit by taking dual credit or AP classes in high school. Research the starting salary you will make in your career before taking out student loans. Calculators on our website help you determine the highest amount of debt you should consider.
Get off the trail at Totten Trail Bar and Grill. Stop in and fuel up at the 24-hour Sinclair station. Enjoy a famous Totten Trail burger or a pizza. Check out the daily lunch and drink specials. Happy hour from 5 to 6. Enjoy your favorite sports teams on 6 flat-screen TVs. Hotel and RV sites available. Book your next event in the beautiful banquet hall. Get off the trail at Totten Trail, north of Lake Audubon on Highway 83.
One in 9 North Dakotans, that's about 97,000 individuals, seek out food assistance every year. The Great Plains Food Bank partnered with the North Dakota Farmers Union insurance folks to raise a little over about 9,000 pounds of food. That provided about 8,900 meals across North Dakota. Not only do they insure the communities that they work with, they also invest in those communities by giving back statewide.
Life is all about moments. Big moments, small moments, and those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
NISC's culture is great in many different aspects. I like that we all have a sense of wanting to help each other out.
NISC actually means what we say. We've got our shared values, our principles of personal development from integrity to all relationships. We stand by those.
There's an encouraging and friendly atmosphere here that it's just kind of fun to be around.
Spas, etc. Yeah, yeah.
You've come to know and trust us for over 18 years with the largest selection and showroom in Western North Dakota for our beautiful Sundance spas. Plus, you could pick out your next home experience with our selection of pool tables, shuffleboards, and fun accessories.
Spas, etc. Your relaxation destination on Maid and Bismarck.
One of the best investments you can make is in yourself. At Williston State College, invest in your education. Invest in new opportunities. Invest in your future. And with regional scholarships available, including up to $12,000 for tuition and fees, we invest in you. Learn more so you can earn more at willistonstate.edu.
At Beck Communications, we've been planning for your future. Over the past decade, we've placed nearly 200,000 miles of dedicated fiber optics in the ground. Enough fiber optic strands to circle the world 8 times. Taking no shortcuts, we connected every home and business in our service area with dedicated fiber optics. It's your personal, unrestricted, unthrottled connection to the world. Best of all, this dedicated fiber means you do not share your connection. We call this intimate dedicated connection Beck Fiber.
Football games are exciting, especially in Class B communities. It's an event, and as the school has grown, Farmers Union Insurance came to the table at a critical time for us. They provided a naming right for our athletic field. It's used pretty much every day, all day, by both school and community. We're proud to have Farmers Union Insurance in this community. We couldn't be more proud to call it our Farmers Union Field.
We've all had those not so good ideas. But here's a good idea. Buckle up. Seatbelts save lives.
Find out. This is the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report. For all your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent or go to www.fumic.com.
Welcome into the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report. After 20 minutes, it's 4-1 Liberty on top of Aurora. Dakota Sihainu, 5 saves in that first period. Did an excellent job right up until the end of this first period. Look at that pass. Sam Weiss up to Justin LeBouf to get the Spartans on the board.
Yeah, this was the best offensive possession, of course, resulting in the lone goal for Aurora. But it was a long time coming because LeBouf had some shots just inside the blue line on the offensive end that were close to going in. And then you flip the script, and the first goal right off the bat, Blake Flanders, the All-American, makes it look easy. The kid can just flat out play. He can fly down the ice. He's so smooth with all of his movements. And he set the tone for Liberty early to be able to go out and attack the rest of the way.
46 seconds in that first goal for Flanders, and 4 goals from 4 different players in that first period. Lamoureux with a beautiful turnaround. You've got your pick of the litter. That might be the best goal of the first period so far, though.
Yeah, they all 4 were impressive, but I think you said it. That spin and then flick of the wrist was gorgeous. And then this pass, the pass there was just as good as the shot. Obviously, you have to have the good pass to set that up, but the stutter, the quick stutter, slide back, and you're right in the crease to be able to score.
Campbell on the dish that time to Justin Barstead. That was goal number 3, and goal number 4, Michael Niederer couldn't get it to go, but Granzow off the rebound. 9 goals in the last 2 days so far for the Flames, all of them coming from 9 different players. The speed, the depth, it is all on display right now for Liberty. But Aurora with a goal on the power play to end the first period. So maybe we've still got a hockey game on our hands. See what the Spartans can come out with at the start of period number 2. This has been the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the start of the second period here on Beck.
Looking for a new Chevy? Get it from Kramer Chevrolet. Check out our fantastic lineup of cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs, all with the Kramer Advantage. We're the home of warranty forever, great service, and our friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to help. Find new roads at Kramer Chevrolet in Mandan or KramerChevrolet.com. Right now, get a 2020 Equinox all-wheel drive LT saving over $8,400, or lease a 2021 Traverse LT for just $399 a month.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Visit westdakotachevy.com.
I like this one right here.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't touch the online pricing.
Really? When you add the mounting and the shipping and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better. Less expensive, easier way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
DTE is your headquarters for flatbed and service bodies for your truck. Whether you need to haul bales, heavy commercial equipment, or take every tool with you, DTE has the truck equipment you need. We have the largest number and widest variety of truck bodies in the region.
Like this 53-foot Neville-built drop deck trailer with closed tandem axles.
You can count on DTE to customize a truck for your farm, business, or the oil field. DTE, let us build a truck for you.
When you're buying windows, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Hi, I'm Jesse with the Window Source. We only sell you the best windows and doors for the best price. Call the Window Source. Just because you pay less doesn't mean you get less. When you're buying windows, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Hi, I'm Jesse with the Window Source. We only sell you the best windows and doors for the best price. Call the Window Source. Just because you pay less doesn't mean you get less.
At Dickinson State University, you can take advantage of high-quality programs wherever you are. Join fellow students in the classroom, attend live from a distance, or take courses entirely online at the time that's right for you. DSU is here for you, wherever you are. With more than 75 programs to choose from at an affordable price, how will you choose to learn at DSU? Apply today at dickinsonstate.edu/apply.
Life changes, so what's on your horizon? Horizon Financial Bank has been helping North Dakotans with financial goals since 1905. And now we're here to serve you in Bismarck. We're North Dakota proud, and being from North Dakota means something. A bank with small-town roots. We've crossed many horizons, and now we're here to help you cross yours. We're Horizon Financial Bank for the changes on your horizon.
What does it mean to be Jimmy proud? You can be Jimmy proud too. Join our family at uj.edu.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose Beck Connect.
Whether you are a professional chef or a home chef, Capital City Restaurant Supply has everything you need and more. We have hundreds of gadgets along with basic cooking and baking tools and pans, small kitchen appliances, coffee syrups, knives of all shapes and sizes, along with a full line of game processing equipment. Grill Masters, we have you covered with grills and accessories. You can always find great gift ideas in our store too. Open to the public since 1971, we are locally and veteran owned. Located just west of the Grand Theater in Bismarck at 1414 Interstate Loop.
Find out.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use your promo code, and for a limited time, when you buy one set of sheets, you'll get another set absolutely free.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
This is the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report. For all your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent or go to www.fumic.com.
Farmers Union Intermission Report is back after one period. Fourth-ranked Flames of Liberty with a 4-1 lead on Aurora, and the stats pretty much tell the story of the game right now. 15 shots on goal to just 7 for the Spartans, but there was an uptick late in that first period, particularly when they were on the power play. How can they carry that momentum into the beginning of the second period, Mick?
There was an uptick. The first 15 minutes dominated by Liberty. The last 5 minutes, Aurora started to find its footing, and I think the way they started to skate was just aggressive with authority and with a desire to break the shutout. And LeBouf did a nice job of just continuing to rack up shots on goal and move through different players. So if LeBouf, Hines, and Wise are all in, and Lindgren, I think those four, if they're able to just apply some more pressure and work quickly, they'll find some more goal opportunities. Those four know how to go score. So lean on those four to do the damage.
4 goals in that first period for Liberty. The first one coming less than a minute in to the start of the game. If you're the Flames, nitpicking, but how do you make sure you don't get complacent here to start the second period in the meat of this game?
Yeah, the last 5 minutes we talked about it. The 5-minute breakdown for Liberty was that last 5 minutes. On the defensive end, the blue line needs to stay tight, not give Aurora those chances that LeBouf had to slip through everybody to score.
But thank you so much for joining us today for day 2 of the ACHA National Tournament, brought to you by Sparks Hockey, the official skate sharpener of the ACHA. The ACHA is grateful to have Sparks Hockey as a partner. With Mick Titro, David Sugarman on hand with the rest of our wonderful Beck Sports crew, director Jordan Lowry back in the studio with our graphics operator Taylor Schmitz, camera operator Scott Lurch, and Patrick Conte. I'm David Sugarman. We thank you so much for joining us today. Game 3 of 4 here from the Starion Sports Complex. Dakota Sihanouk, 5 saves in that first period. Trying to bounce back are the Aurora Spartans, 6-8 on the season, but here at the national tournament nonetheless. And kind of one of the more interesting tidbits in this national tournament, it's a talented field, but some teams that may not have had a chance to compete at this level get great experience and exposure right now because so many teams didn't play this season. As we get the second period puck drop, brought to you by Dagelman Industries. Dagelman Industries, engineered tough. Flames with 4 goals from 4 different players in that first period, but it's Lindgren coming right off the bat. First 8 shots of the first period all went to Liberty. See if the Spartans can get something going early on. Mike Bezkowski in between the pipes, making just his 3rd start of the season. A little bit of a risky move right there. How much of Bezkowski's struggles do you think has to do with him being inexperienced versus some of the faults his blue liners have had?
Yeah, it's a combo of both, and then also the Liberty charge of how fast they are. So you have 3 things working against you in some of those moments, but your inexperience, it shows the national tournament because it's exposed against the best of the best, and you're playing All-Americans all the way across the board. So that's tough inside of itself, but the blue line has to stay consistent and not have breakdown protection. So it's a combo of both.
Shoveled into the middle, coming through. Takaki looking for an opening. It's batted back out, shoveled through, and taking a big shot was Keane as he let it go. Puck was lost for a moment near the slot. Takaki with the turnaround, didn't put enough juice on it. Carter plays it up ahead. Odd man rush, 2-on-1 opportunity. Great poke check that time from Fator. Flanders was calling for it in the slot. They couldn't get it to him. And fired down the way. Off the glass went Hines. And it feels like the Spartans have a little bit more energy than they had maybe even at the start of the first period when it was 0-0.
Yeah, they're coming out with some juice. This is a good start for them. The last 2 minutes of, or the first 2 minutes of this period have been largely controlled by them. And that if the pace is played like that, you'll see a couple more goals on the board for them. The problem is, how long can you keep this pace against Liberty?
Icing call will bring it back down into the offensive zone for the Spartans. And like we mentioned, this is a team that scores about 4.5 goals a game. And head coach Ryan Buchanan even said, we're not the most methodical team in the world. We like to get up and down and move as fast as possible. When you're in a hole, that type of style maybe plays into their favor.
It does. Liberty can do that too, but we've also seen Liberty not be a team that goes out and scores 4, 5, 6 goals a game. They're doing that today, of course, but they're not a team that normally has to do that. You saw yesterday a 2-zip win. They can play the slower pace. They do have the speedsters, but Aurora, you get out and skate quickly, that's to your advantage. The tempo has to be played your way.
Flanders, the Raleigh, North Carolina product, sent back, trying to get his own rebound. Instead, it's the Spartans coming the other way with Maselli. Maselli pirouettes, has Partridge on his back. Puck is frozen for a moment, now comes back out. Weiss has it poked away. 2-on-2, Sorensen pushed out onto the right wing. Out towards the blue line for Wilkie. Back in for Sorensen. Kazmierzak with room, one-timer. That's off the mark, but a rebound in front of the net. Lamoureux nearly had his second. Coming up on 3 minutes into this second period, the Flames trying to pick up where they left off in the first. Sorensen. Now it's Wilkie. Lamoureux tried advancing it in for Sorensen, and now it's the Spartans' turn. Wilkie ricochets it off the glass, off the boards rather. And now it's Kazmierzak. Spikes one across the way for Lamoureux. Lamoureux pulls up into the face of Buskowski. Didn't even know it for a moment. Mike Buskowski making just his third start of the year. He's given up 4 goals, but a couple of nice saves as well.
Yeah, deflected off his glove, and he thought maybe that it went into the glove or went behind him, and it popped right in front of him. And thankfully for them, no Liberty player was waiting in the wings to have a rebound chance.
Mitchell threads it inside. Barstead batted back for Campbell. Campbell already has 1 assist in that same area code. Instead, he pokes it out for Hauk. Hauk with the turnaround goes across the way. Battle just outside the circle for it. Fight in the neutral zone. Mail-in opportunity. Backtracks for Barstead. And now Liberty will show some patience. Mitchell's calling for it near the blue line. Gets his opportunity. Fakes the shot. Barstead! Not that time, right to the glove of Buskowski.
It's great puck movement there from Liberty. Barstead has already shown his ability a couple of times today, has the 1 goal, but his nifty moves are what helps break down the defense of opposing teams. So Aurora has had to worry about him with some of those movements. Is he going to pass the puck? Is he going to shoot? He's very crafty and calculated.
Granzow fighting with Tommy McGee. Toon whiffed on the try to get it up top for Wood. Granzow had 1 goal in that area in the first period. The turnaround from Toon is swallowed up by Buskowski. So Buskowski doing everything he can right now to keep the Spartans within shouting distance. It's Doe and Lindgren in the face-off circle. Lindgren comes away with it, and finally a clear for the Spartans.
Yeah, first 3 minutes were Aurora's game, basically, of the second period. They were controlling the tempo, the pace. Everything was starting to fall in their favor. And then Liberty, the last few minutes, has regained that exhilarating offensive push that they so desperately want to have. So Liberty's flipping that script just like they did in that first period. It's up to Aurora now to put the foot down and make a big stop, or make a big stop defensively. or have a push offensively to put a goal back in, because this 4-1 lead, if it holds like this for a while, you can't be in desperation mode and score 3 goals against Liberty, so charge has to come soon.
It's a Liberty team that, you talk about usually this time of year is when you want to be playing your best hockey. That wasn't the case coming into the national tournament. Flames lost their last 3 games of the regular season as Doe tried flipping it back. Goal came off his hinges just a little bit as Doe circles back through, back to the blue line for Partridge. You're talking about a team that lost those last 3 games as Kazmierzak flicks it in, chance in front of the slot. Granzow can't do it, but came back and really got back to what got them there the last couple of days, particularly in that first period as the try from Lindgren's off the mark.
Yeah, they did. That's why Liberty is so good. You have a hard schedule, you play some good teams, you win, you lose, you bounce back, and then you come back in this tournament, you're doing well.
Chance in front of the slot. See Hynuk on his bottom. Lindgren was right there. Hines off the mark. And it travels back down for Buskowski. It's a Liberty team that's played a tough schedule this season. Everybody who's on their schedule in the regular season is here at the national tournament. Flanders on the breakaway. Carter delivered the hit, but lost the puck. Weiss, the winger, stops on a dime. And tried getting it through the 5-hole, and now some exchanging of pleasantries in front of the nets. JOG Athletics is the preferred uniform supplier for the ACHA since 2005 when they were established. JOG Athletics is a popular brand and name in the college hockey world. Big thank you from the ACHA to JOG Athletics. 13:20 to go here in period number 2. You see Liberty more than doubling up the Spartans in the shots on goal category right now, 21-10. The Spartans doing what they can to hang around. They do have the most recent goal at the end of the first period. That could change here. 2-on-1 opportunity. Buskowski knocks away the shot from Wagner. Sorensen turns around. Baselli was on his back. Wagner gets it outside. Buskowski with another halt. Mitchell thought about it, nearly tripped up. And it's taken away. Weiss trying to work his way back to the middle of the ice. And now it's Lamoureux. Taking on 3 blue jerseys all by himself and ends up losing it. A couple of changes here for Liberty as they hustle the other way with Stoddicker. Stoddicker lost it to Malin. 2-on-1 opportunity. Lamoureux all by himself. And Buskowski with another stop. Didn't see it, couldn't hover over it. Malin couldn't get the rebound to go. We've got a delayed penalty, so an empty net situation right now. As Buskowski gets the stop, they were yelling, even some fans here in the crowd, for Sihynuk to get out of the net to give Liberty the advantage, and now they'll have the advantage anyway.
This was the best defensive stretch Aurora could have imagined with the onslaught of attack that Liberty just pursued. 1 stop by Buskowski, 2 stops, and then the defensive blue line just races in, does its job, holds tight. Yeah, it's a penalty, but maybe that's the best thing that came out of that, is to have a penalty and just stop Liberty at all costs to be able to make a play defensively. Yeah, you're shorthanded now, but at least you had a chance to reset and get back in position.
Cross-checking is the call on Stoddicker. First penalty charge today on Aurora, so first chance on the power play today. Liberty was 1 for 3 yesterday on the power play, bounced it up in front of Buskowski. McFarland into the face-off circle for Doe. Back out, 30 seconds into the kill for Aurora. Chance to potentially put this one to bed early and make it a 4-goal game right now for Liberty. Niederer too far out for McFarland, able to recover. Flanders out for Niederer. Flames taking their time. Flanders, not a lot of open space, gets it back near the blue line. McFarland, nice check defensively by LaBouffe. The defenseman has the only Spartans goal today, and he's done well on this side too. McFarland with space, couldn't rifle it through. Over halfway through the kill, it's been almost exclusively down there in the offensive zone, and finally a chance for a couple of changes for Aurora.
Yeah, but they can't get beat. You watch out, Liberty comes quick.
Niederer coming around the way. Nobody was waiting for him in the slot. Skates it out for Flanders. Niederer slides it over from McFarland. Rifle, no! Granzow on the rebound for the second time today. A little deja vu for the freshman from Michigan, his second goal.
Never giving up on a play is the most important part of these situations. He stuck with it, found the crease. Look at that, just the awareness to creep slowly but surely in the slot and then down to the crease. That's just that execution at its finest from Liberty. And we talked about the rebounds in this national tournament. Rebounds are some of the most pivotal parts of the game. Liberty's winning that battle by far today.
Now a 5-1 lead for Liberty. Both teams successful on the power play today. And Wagner. Bullet try by Wood. As we approach, we're now at the halfway mark of this second period. Wagner on the turnaround, Buskowski covers it up. I know he just gave up that one goal, but some mental toughness being shown right now by Buskowski after that pretty disastrous first period. He's been much better here, no?
Yeah, I think he has. And when you look at the shorthand factor of that last goal, puts you in a bad position when you're down 4-1, and now you're shorthanded against a Liberty team that has been so good. That's tough to go up against.
4-goal edge for the Flames. We'll step away here from Starion Sports Complex in just a minute.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Howdy folks, it's a Caroline Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Bossin' breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at our salad bar, sink your teeth into our famous Caroline burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spoon rattling pie with a comb roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the gang. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Today's game on Beck is brought to you in part by Hockey TV, the official broadcaster of the ACHA 2021 National Championships, the definitive online destination to watch college hockey. With McTidrow, David Sugarman here from Beck Sports. It's 5-1 after a 4-0 start. Liberty's really never looked back in this one. It's been an impressive performance. We're about the halfway mark of this second period. Spartans had their lone goal in the latter stages of the first. Turned over in the neutral zone. Opportunity now to Kaki, batted up by Sihainu. Now played near the crease. Chance for Lindgren there, and he was knocked down. Mitchell plays it for Hauk. Turnover in the defensive zone, normally bad news. Can the Spartans take advantage? Hauk able to get past the blue line, skates himself into the offensive zone, bounces it off the boards, and Buskowski covers it up. These two teams will still have at least one more game here in pool play. This is Pool D. Tomorrow, Liberty will start bright and early They'll take on Florida Gulf Coast. So beg your pardon, that game's actually at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and it's Aurora who will have the early wake-up call. They'll take on Concordia University of Wisconsin at 10 a.m. as Barstead rifles one into the glove of Buzzkowski. That Liberty Florida Gulf Coast matchup, especially if Liberty holds on, pretty much going to decide who is going to go to the semifinals here from Pool D. And boy, expect no shortage of offense tomorrow.
Right, no, that definitely will decide who, as you said, if Liberty holds on here, it'll decide who goes to the semifinals. It's a toss-up. After seeing Liberty play in this game, if they hold on and they do what they're doing the rest of this game, yeah, Florida Gulf Coast has been dynamic, but Liberty has done the same thing. So they've given up 1 goal so far through a game and a half, which is impressive.
It's a Liberty team that they said as George comes into the slot, bullets one, can't get it to go, bounces away from Buzzkowski, and Malin couldn't get a second try. Great job on the poke by George from his knees, and it leads to a Campbell goal. Campbell gets the goal, but that all started from the hustle of John George.
Man, Liberty's relentless attack on that possession. Watch this, just fighting George down to his knee, gives Campbell a chance. The hustle is off the charts for Liberty today. It's been something to watch.
You get the sense that the Flames are playing with a little bit of extra fire, if you will. This is a team that qualified for the national tournament last year. Obviously, that didn't happen as Sihainu covers it up because of COVID-19, canceled, of course, the postseason across the nation. And the goal was to get back here this year, and there was a little bit of extra excitement and pep in the step because of that, and I think it's shown here the last couple of days.
Yeah, it has. The point made of the anticipation of getting back here, yeah, that's jolted some energy in these top teams. And the top teams have performed like they're the top teams. There have not been any upsets up to this point, and it's a testament to how well established they are, but also how ready these teams are.
Partridge just scoots one near Buzzkowski, and he freezes the puck. $7:20 to go in this second period. Today's game on Beck is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank, West Dakota Chevy, Bell Bank, BASF, and Beck. It'll be McFarland and Hines, couple of 19s in the face-off circle. And the Spartans come away with it. Lindgren, couple of nice dekes in a dangle. Gets it inside, and the backhand flip is into the breadbasket of Sihainu from Takaki. What's impressed you about Sihainu the last couple of days?
Is everything an answer?
It is. There is an all of the above category.
Okay, we'll put it in that category because he's given up 1 goal, and I know he only has 14 saves in this game, but the way he has had those saves, it hasn't been easy because LeBouf and company for Aurora have pressed the issue, and he's kept his composure in every sense of the imagination. There was a 5 or 6 minute stretch where Aurora, as they are now, just continuing to pile on opportunities, and he just stayed even, killed, and put it together. So I think everything he's done has been impressive.
Oh, odd man rush. Sorensen was looking for Wagner. Instead, it's Mitchell onto the stick of Kazmierzak, who sent it packing.
Also, the way he directs the defense, in just a very casual way. It's something that it's an unspoken thing that he's directing everybody in the way that he wants them to set up. It's a perfect position for him to be in, only allowing 1 goal so far through a game and a half. And there's a reason he's first-team All-American. He's the foundation for them. He's only a junior. He's still growing and getting better. That's scary. First-team All-American, and you're still growing and getting better. That's a lot to say.
Sihainu giving up a little over 2 goals a game this season, a save percentage of almost 93. Lamoureux, head of steam, couldn't get it to go. And it's played back outside of the zone. Lamoureux tripped up. Wagner tries to collect. It's taken away. Weiss. And it's Lamoureux, the winger, coming down. Pushes through, tried leaving it back. Instead, it was taken away. Goes off the boot of George. Sorensen tried to recover. Instead, he'll go out for a quick change. LeBouf gets his second of the day. Justin LeBouf, the freshman forward, just 3 goals coming into the week. He's got 3 in the last 2 games.
Oh, we just talked about Sihainu being a foundational piece for Liberty. LeBouf and Hines and Lindgren, there's a foundation for Aurora too. And LeBouf has been extremely impressive. He almost had a couple yesterday where he found the back of the net almost, and now he's hunting and finding those chances. He's an exciting young player for Aurora. You talk about the ability for this program to grow and be back here next season at Nationals. He's going to be a big piece as to why.
Talking about this, it's a young foundation, but it's a really mature foundation. It's something that their head coach Ryan Buchanan talked about as Niederer almost put in goal number 7 of the day, that there was so much adjusting on the fly to do this season. COVID protocols, games canceled and games added as it's taken away out in front of the crease. Buskowski couldn't hop on top of it. It's back out for Doe. And he said it was really, Buchanan said he was really impressed with his group as Doe goes too high.
Hey, I would be if I were him. You're running a lot of sophomores and freshmen out there on the ice and putting them in positions to just, you're throwing them into the water, man. You're saying this is your turn to learn and grow. 13 games in the regular season. Yeah, by the way, we're going to play you at Nationals, and you're starting as a freshman. So you're going up against All-Americans right now. You're seeing the best of the best.
And it was interesting, maybe one of the few advantages to being such a young team. A lot of these guys, it's just their first or second year playing college hockey, as Granzow, Deacon, and Declan his way for a goal. Just stop it. Trevor Granzow with a hat trick here. Still 4:36 to go in the second period. Just shake your head at that one.
What was this? This was dirty. Just absolute filth. The freshman getting it done again. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times did he jab? And he got checked too. That's even more impressive that he was hit and just mowed right on by everybody. Give him the LeBron James, give him the 3. Or is that Carmelo Anthony? Sorry, yeah. Carmelo, 3 fingers to the head. There it is. You deserve that.
We all understood either way what that meant. 3 goals for Trevor Granzow. Only had 5 coming into this week.
Guarantee he's going to have more than 5 next year.
It's safe to say that. And after all that, going back before that Granzow move that kind of came out of nowhere, we were discussing that for Aurora, a lot of these guys brand new to the program, and because they didn't really have an expectation of what college hockey would be like, that they were able to come in and said, okay, we'll adjust on the fly because we don't know anything else.
Yeah, that's a hard task, and Ryan Buchanan has said this is what the teams had to do. They've responded, and when you throw players into the water and they still make nationals, I think that's a big testament to how good they are and how naturally gifted a team is. But the work ethic is there, the dedication is there, foundation is built. It's hard to sit here and say that you are still budding and you still have so many areas to improve on when you made nationals, but they accept that. They embrace that if you're Aurora, and they've learned that that's what their future is, and it's a bright one.
Uh-oh, Wilkie had a steam all across the way for Campbell. Just a little too far out in front. Barstead circling around. Loose stick on the ice. Malin delivers to Barstead. And it's speared by the blue liners of the blue sweaters for Aurora. Coming down is Lindgren. Lindgren gives it a bullet. And Sihainu with his 14th save so far today. Second look on the All True Health Systems replay. Lindgren, nobody was home for him. And now it's Partridge's turn. Sets things in motion, Lamberou. Puts it across. Sorensen having some trouble. Taken away by McGee. Look at the hustle by Hines to chase it down. And Hines comes out with it on the opposite side. Chance in the slot for Lindgren, tripped up. Lindgren still in possession for a moment, and now Sorensen up ahead for Lamberou, just too far out front. Even up 7-2, Flames don't really have any speed, but all out here, it seems like.
Yeah, they play fast, quick in transition. Not a huge team in terms of size, but they're feisty and they play aggressive. And when you combine all that together and you have scores that they've shown today, and Granzow, the freshman with a hat trick, you have put everything together in this national tournament.
Flanders had the first goal of the game. Gets it into the slot, backhand, second try from Carter is no good. Mitchell loses the handle at center ice. Flanders, the All-American with a pesky Takaki on his back. Mitchell for George. Carter dumps. Flanders, but the chase is slow one at that. Off the side in the back of the cage, and Buskowski freezes the puck with just 1:20 to go in this second period. It'll be Niederer and LeBouf in the face-off circle. Comes out to the white sweaters. George for Niederer behind the cage. Granzow's already got 3. Coming up on 1 minute to go in this second period. Staudiker down the middle for a streaking Vant. Still a chance in front of the slot. Vant couldn't handle. George in a foot race with Weiss. George doing a nice job playing keep away here. See Heinuk. Gets it around the way into the neutral zone. Doe couldn't race it down. Granzow. Trouble with Vant, just 20 seconds to go in this second period. It was 4-1 at the start. Niederer trying to add a 4th goal in this second period. A nice job on the poke check defensively. Coming down, 6 seconds, one last chance. Vance coming down, Weiss to end the period. Sam Weiss already with an assist. Now he picks up a goal, and the Spartans get back on the board with their 3rd time in the back of the net today.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pack it in all at one time, and Aurora, the beneficiary of strong patience and the ability for Wise and company to lock in there at the end. That's when breakdown can happen at end of periods, so why not take advantage of it, not let your foot off the gas and go get one.
For the second straight period, the Spartans end on a high note, but they trail by 4 goals going into the final frame. 7-3 Liberty is our score as we step away. We'll come back in a few minutes with the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report.
When it comes to my child and the sports they love, I want them to be ready for their moment. So to fuel their bodies and their potential, I choose an authentic source of protein that has the nutrients they need to succeed and a taste they already love. With one simple ingredient: beef.
Some call them loan officers. At First Community Credit Union, we call them dream makers. And they want to make your plans, wishes, dreams a reality. Personal loan for that car you need? Done. Mortgage for a house fit for a growing family? We can do it. Operating loan to help you feed the world? Check. Whatever you're planning, needing, or wishing for, let's make it happen. Come see us at FCCU to see what we can do together.
With last year's hailstorms, many of our homes are in need of repair. But instead of just waiting for the next one, let's look at some options. Veritile stone-coated metal roofing offers a 2.5-inch hail rating. This will be the last roof you will ever own. Diamond Coat LP SmartSide is durable and offers a 30-year fade warranty. If you're tired of waiting for the next one, give us a call at 223-8777. Any Leaks, building anything, anytime.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back at all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
I'm the first kid in my family to have graduated from college. And then at NDSCS, they told me, hey, look, you can get credits for this, you can go further. So I start to see like my horizon broaden up. I'm gonna be pretty unstoppable. My name is Julie, and I'm here for my future.
For the first 13 games of his team season.
He tries to chase down the puck, but instead Lundqvist wins the race, centers it, and a score! 6 minutes in, shot from the point, goes wide from Haskins. Into the slot, shot on, deflected away, and another score for Florida Gulf Coast! And it's tracked down by Maselli. Flipped out to the left point with Grabaric. Redirected route in front. It's loose, batted away. A great chance for Aurora, but Florida Gulf Coast comes away with a big play. It's Sam Storley, the sophomore defender, who got a stick on it out in front. Advantage of it. Sticked away by Hines, the freshman across the blue line. He's got Lindgren. Instead, he fires and scores himself with Goldman. Saraceni, nice move, shot on, score! Joe Saraceni.
Going to have to put the pressure on quick.
Florida Gulf Coast got out to a 2-0 lead in the first 6 minutes, but a quick score from Aurora has made it a one-score game just under a minute into the second period. Fator, pass intercepted. Carlson, and a score! Brandon Beard, the leading goal scorer this season for Florida Gulf Coast, makes it a 4-2 lead. Here goes the Eagles, 2-on-1. Saraceni, backhand score! Second of the game for the junior, Joe Saraceni, and Florida Gulf Coast goes up 5-2. More than halfway through the power play, puck has been on this end of the ice the entire time, but Florida Gulf Coast hasn't taken advantage. Now they do! Cohen the goal, off the pass from Richardson, and it's 6-3 Florida Gulf Coast. Here goes Florida Gulf Coast. Shot was loose out in front, rebound chance, and it's tapped home. Another score for the Eagles, their fourth of the period. Quist has one, Beard has one, Panfin has one. Like you said, Saraceni has two. And a backhand score again for the Eagles. This time it's Corey Richardson, the junior. Can't imagine it's too tough to recruit kids to want to come there to school, and another shot on and a score. Philip Lasker becomes the 8th different player to score today for the Eagles. Almost a minute into this power play. And they get a score. Sam Wise the goal. And Arroyo. Florida Gulf Coast gets the kill. Cantwell backhands and scores. Here in the first game of the day, the first game of this 2021 national tournament. NC State to be able to get that many good looks.
Well, Jacob Fry back in between the pipes, has his hands full, and it's already the first goal on the board, 54 seconds in. And it's Riley Johnson, his first goal of the postseason in his...
Yeah, they're a really good team. I mean, and I know that the record is below 500, but this year isn't indicative of what a full season would be. That time it's just a breakaway chance for Peterson. You know.
Felt dances to the blue line between two more. Link with the shot, and it's a one-goal game on a score by Link. Solomon. Miller taps. Solomon knocks it in. A score from the All-American. Pass over the net. Solomon makes him pay.
Doesn't this feel a lot like game one? Aurora was down 2-0 early. They got a big one right at the end of the first period, and you're thinking, hey, we're going to be 2-1 going into intermission. Well, Florida Gulf Coast got one in the first game to go up 3-1. NC State gets one from their All-American and best player, Chris Solomon. That is a beautiful play. That is tough with that puck flying through the air. A man up, what can they do?
That's 2 minutes for hooking is the official word on Victor Hugo, and bingo! There's a score from Providence. Well, it was 3-2 until Solomon said, I'll make it 4-2 with my second goal.
Yep, steal and score from Solomon there. He caught Lewis off guard, which
battles with Miller. Page to right, spills right off Daniel, and he dives on it. Daniel, it's knocked away. Stevenson doesn't corral. Another shot far away. Daniel didn't seem to be ready for it. He's not ready for that score by Wright. It's a one-goal game. Under 9 to go. Johnson spins through trouble, works through traffic, and scores his second goal today. Page slides. Right, one goal already today. Make it 2 as he scores, and it's a one-point game, one-goal game.
Own goal, so that was big time. It put the lead back to 2, and then later in this one, with an empty net, fires in for the hat trick. The score there, third.
Carter with a slap shot. Delbridge kicks it out. Faber bumps into Partridge, lost his own balance. Coming toward the slot, backhand. Delbridge unable to get the stop. Out for Partridge in space. George off the boot of Sorensen. Wagner with the turnaround, and he lights the lamp. Josh Wagner, goal number 3, and it's goal number 2 of the period for the 4th-ranked Flames.
It started with a turnover and then a long Liberty possession with multiple opportunities. That was his teammate Sorensen who kind of lost the puck, wasn't able to take the shot, and it just deflected right on over to Wagner, and the quick turnaround into the...
To play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Aurora, while Concordia will try and bounce back early tomorrow morning. Coming out in transition with a fresh line.
Hugelin takes the shot. Garrett, oh, the nice pass across, and Cushing scores!
Moralizing as badly as you were being outshot.
Scores again! Riley Scanlon. His first year with the program, 5th goal of the year.
Knocked up off the boards.
The shot score! Derek Dropick! So you, Mary, looking to put some more on the board. Approaching halfway through the 3rd period. Witzke into the middle, scores! Johnny Witzke, an assist earlier.
They're all about outside of your area, wherever you're a high school player. So I think it's really great for all the programs to get exposure.
Another goal for you, Mary. Alex Fleechek, his 2nd of the game. Tournament hockey once again on deck. From our entire crew on hand, Scott Lurch and Patrick Conte, our camera operators, Jordan Lowry, our director, back in our back studios. My broadcast partner, David Sugarman. I'm Chris Clayton. Join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the 2nd day of pool play. You, Mary.
I just went in for a regular mammogram and I found out that I had a little tumor.
Through the exam and the biopsy, it was determined that I had cancer.
I got a call from one of my doctors that I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
After 5 years, they found a local reoccurrence.
The first thing you hear when you're told you have a cancer, it's a little daunting because you don't know where to go with it.
Since 1999, in a partnership between CHI St. Alexius Health and Sanford Health Bismarck, the Bismarck Cancer Center has provided the most advanced radiation therapies and holistic support services for cancer patients and their loved ones for 20 years.
I've been at the Bismarck Cancer Center since it started. I actually was in the basement of Med Center 1 before, when we had old machines and old equipment. And thankfully, the two hospitals at the time, St. Alexius and Med Center 1, joined forces to create the Bismarck Cancer Center.
I walk in the door, I get nothing but hugs, and I was marveled at them. I mean, I thought it was the best place in the world.
The staff is unbelievably compassionate, and they explain everything to you.
Everybody's genuinely concerned about your well-being, and the level of care is just top-notch. The Cancer Center just does such an amazing job of helping people.
To me and my family, the Cancer Center means life. It's given me the ability to live out my life with my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren.
Because of them, I'm 2 years out, get to move on with my life, make a difference now for other people.
I would recommend this center because the minute you walk through that door, they've got your back.
This center means so much to me and to the people that are in this building, and we just want to keep giving it back to the community and providing for them what they need.
I'm Katie. I've been cancer-free for 2 years.
I'm Steve, and I've been cancer-free for 4 years.
I've been cancer-free for 10 years.
10 years.
11 years.
15 years.
My name is Lainey, and I've been cancer-free for 18 years.
Bismarck Cancer Center, your partner against cancer for 20 years.
Howdy folks, it's a Caroline Cafe. I reckon it's time you're due for a hearty meal. So saddle up for the day with one of our Hey Boston breakfast homemade soups. Fill your grill at our salad bar, sink your teeth into our famous Caroline burger and barbecue ribs. Top it off with spur rattling pie with a calm roll that's sure to put a smile on even the toughest outlaws. Shake the dirt off the boots each night and warm up with the game. Tell them about it, Stacy.
I can't wait to see you at the county line.
Give yourself the upper hand with the Degelman Pro Till High Performance High Speed Disc. The Pro Till is the right tool for working the soil after harvest, especially with large amounts of residue. The Pro Till features zero maintenance bearings, independence disc technology, and oversized pins and bushings that allow you to power through the toughest conditions you can throw at it. Visit Degelman.com for more information and to find an authorized dealer near you. Degelman, engineered tough.
This is the Farmers Union Insurance Intermission Report. For all your insurance needs, contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent or go to www.fumic.com.
We welcome you back to Mandan, start of period number 3, and there's been no shortage of offense today. Problem for the Spartans is there's been a lot more offense on the Liberty side. 37 shots on goal compared to 19 for Aurora. That's why we've got the 7-3 deficit we have right now. 30 saves for the Spartans, 16 for Liberty. Both teams been in the penalty box for 2 minutes apiece, and both teams took advantage on the power play. Give the Spartans credit. They've done what they can offensively to find a little bit of a rhythm, but Liberty has just been seemingly unstoppable from the get-go today.
Yeah, Liberty's a good team, and I think that their strengths have really shown out today. The defense, though, that blue line is starting to have a little bit of breakdown and contain, and that's where Aurora is starting to, they're finding a little bit of daylight. And if they're able to do that and squeak something out here in the third period, not to say that you can come back from 4 goals down against a Liberty team, but the fact of the matter is you're still within striking distance because of how that second period played out on your offensive end. You started to find some shots on goal. Problem is your blue line cannot back down either.
The ACHA and USA Hockey continue their strong partnership, which was developed over 20 years ago. The ACHA is proud to be a partner with USA Hockey, growing the game we all love. Puck drop for period number 3, brought to you by Degelman Industries. Visit Degelman.com for more information. Find an authorized dealer near you. Game started 4-0. Since then, if you want to play it that way, it's been pretty even, 3-3 since, but here we go, start of period number 3. Liberty 4 goals in the opening period, 3 goals in the second. The story of the game has been number 24, got the puck right now, Trevor Grandow, the freshman, with a hat trick, just 5 goals all season. Almost reached that today, frankly. Joe fires one into the basket of Buskowski. And a quick line change for both teams.
What did you need it for?
Yeah, Doe is an extremely smart player, and his ability to slice through defenses like that, impressive. Very good control. He's a player that helps establish what Liberty wants to do offensively.
Woods scurried one into the slot, and it got taken away. Carter comes back out to fight for it. And able to clear, it's on the stick of Fudala. Fudala from the left wing, Muffin wants one up. John George doesn't have a goal today, but does have an assist, done a lot of things well. So he gets into it a little bit with Staudiker. Liberty had a similar start today as they had yesterday. 2 goals pretty much right off the bat through those first 10 minutes as we get a look at the push on the All True Health Systems replay. What do you think was the difference today for Liberty that they were able to keep that rhythm offensively?
It was the quick start. I feel like when you have a quick start in a game like they did yesterday, you can carbon copy that because you knew exactly what happened right out of the gates. And they came out with that same fiery, feisty, and dynamic approach to be able to break down Aurora's defense, and they did it so smartly. It was very calculated, and when you carry that over, and when you have precision, it's easier to do that day after day when you're playing back-to-back days because of this format.
Fudala comes out of the scrum with it. Liberty had a 2-0 win yesterday over Concordia University of Wisconsin. Seemingly on their way to a big win today. A lot of contact there. McFarland getting tripped up with Riberic.
I always worry about the knee-to-knee contact. Didn't look like that was the case, but still a little bit nerve-wracking if you're both players.
Certainly at this point in the game, don't want to see anybody get hurt, including the officials.
That's a weird 30-second stretch.
Sorensen comes out with it. Get it back. And finally it ends up on the stick of the Spartans with Weiss. Weiss a goal and assist already today. He's been fabulous on the offensive end. Potentially another assist, but a whiff from Vant. Lamoureux gets it back. Sorensen. Sorensen gets it back. Puts one on the stick of Partridge. Partridge from the left wing, spears one, and it goes behind the nets. Into the middle for LeBouf. Sihanuk sends it back in. Chance from the slot. Sam Weiss for the second time today. The senior doing everything he can right now for the Spartans. 2 goals and 1 assist for the Glen Ellen, Illinois product.
He stays patient. He is so calm. And when he drives into this, look at that, just slipped behind everybody in the slot. Everybody also on the defensive end went to the right side of that goal. He went to the left. Just a dynamic player offensively. And look, Aurora's now in a position where, yeah, 3 goals seems like a lot, but you've scored 4. It's not out of the possibility you can make a run at this thing.
On the other side of that coin, Obviously, like you said, it's still a pretty big hill to climb, but if you're Liberty, how do you make sure you don't get complacent here down the stretch?
It's the blue line in the center of the defense that's had the problems. That's where Aurora is finding space and clearing things to the neutral zone, and then they get it to the center of the ice, into the slot, into the crease.
One-on-one opportunity. Granzau's already got a hat trick. Hauk dumps down for Doe. And an offsides call before the delivery.
Your offense has done phenomenal job if you're Liberty, because you put up 7 goals in the first 2 periods. You can't ask for much more than that. So defensively, you need to start locking down, just because when you're playing somebody like Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow, 4 goals. If you allow 4 goals, that's a lot to be able to try and come back and win a game like that.
Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast 10 goals in their first game in pool play. Earlier today, they had 7. That's who's on tap for Liberty if they can hold on here. Nursing a 3-goal lead right now. Granzau over for Wood. And we've got a whistle. It's been a pretty clean game. Only 1 penalty apiece, but I think we may get a slashing call here on Tyler Hines. So Hines heads into the box. Both teams 1 for 1 today on the power play.
Aurora penalties at number 19, Tyler Hines. 2 minutes for slashing.
Slashing is indeed the official call, so 2 minutes for Liberty on the power play. They had a power play goal in the second period, also a power play goal yesterday. They've been efficient offensively all day. Flanders with a flick, that's too wide. McFarland over Niederer. He slides it for Flanders. Had the first goal of the game, can't squeeze it through. Tried getting his own rebound. Circles out, leaves it on the stick of Niederer. Patience around the perimeter. Quick movement, but it's taken away by Aurora. Here comes Vitor, head of steam, tries rifling one past the defense. Couldn't get it going. Great job defensively by Niederer.
I like the aggressiveness from Aurora there. You create the turnover in the all True Hill Systems replay, you go. You don't wait, you just force your way ahead. And Liberty's defense hung in there. That's one of your better defensive possessions on one-on-one contact with Aurora today.
1:17 to go on the power play right now, but it's in the offensive zone for Aurora. Liberty quickly takes it back. Liberty, not the most efficient team on the power play this season. They scored just a little under 12% of the time when they had the advantage this year. Lamoureux in a hurry, banged along the board, still able to chase it down. Partridge, lots of room, leaves it up to the stick of Wagner, off the glove of Buskowski. And a lot of contact behind the net. Something may come of it here. The officials giving both players an earful right now. It's Weiss and Lamoureux.
Yeah, the refs are saying, what are you doing? You're not even near the puck. You're just going after each other, and the puck is clearly away from both of them. So if you're Aurora, you're staring at yourself down for 53 seconds saying, whoops, we're down 2 players. That's tough to swallow. Now, the reason it's a big deal is the ice is it's more wide open. And when you have a team like Liberty that thrives off of open ice, it's a problem.
So, conflicting penalties there. So it's 2 men in the box right now for Aurora, 1 for Liberty.
2 minutes each for unsportsmanlike.
And unsportsmanlike is the official call on both players. Still 5-on-4 skating with the advantage for the Flames.
That is the advantage of it being called an unsportsmanlike. So lucky on that part that they still get the 4-on-5 instead of a 4-on-3.
Campbell Maneuvers it for Granzow. Back for Campbell. 9 seconds until full strength. And poked away from Partridge. Here comes Vance trying to chase it down. Partridge doing a great job getting in front. But the Spartans are back at full strength. A good sequence for the Spartans. Hines around the back of the cage, into the slots. He had a streaking Takaki for a moment. Chance for Takaki again. And Sihainu takes it down. Give Aurora a lot of credit. They've been down 4 goals in multiple parts of this game. Down 3 right now, but they have kept on keeping on.
And if you score a goal here to make this a 2-goal game, this is a whole different attitude that you can have, because 2 goals, and if you can get there before the 10-minute mark, especially even the 8-minute mark, you get this within 2 goals, that's a huge, huge difference. So I like what I've seen from Aurora here in this third period.
McFarland has no reinforcements, wanted to do it himself off the pillow of Buzzkowski. Toon dumps down, nobody there to chase. McFarland will come around as Buzzkowski tried leaving it for Fator. It's a turnover in the defensive zone. Flanders scoots it back for McFarland. McFarland for Flanders, who's just high. Flanders rifles another through. Mitchell scoots it through for Toon. And finally back out, a chance to clear for the Spartans, and to do just that. John George leading the way. And Buzzkowski, rather than freezing it, drops it. Into the middle of the ice for Kazmierzak. Time of the essence right now for the Spartans. They need to move quickly. Now at center ice. Lindgren been quiet today. Tried taking a stab at it. Had Kazmierzak on him. George plays keep away, and it's slowed. Liberty's had their foot on the gas most of the way. They'll keep that philosophy. Doe by himself into the side of the nets. Mitchell plays it back. Niederer had it poked away. Just some sloppy hockey these last couple of moments. Barstead was looking for Campbell through the middle. Campbell for Hauk. Hauk was deflected by Stoddard. Just jostling in the neutral zone right now as Buzzkowski needs the Hauk shot. Coming up on the halfway mark of this third period, Aurora got down 4-0. They played hard to stay within shouting distance, but still a tall mountain to climb right now. Oh, a big shot right into the basket of Sihainu. 10:30 to go in this third period. Do you feel like that last goal was a little bit of a wake-up call for Liberty?
Yeah, I think so. The last one that Aurora put in the back of the net is really jolted Liberty's blue line, and that's what they'll have to do the rest of this game. I'm afraid if I'm Liberty's defense of Aurora scoring one more goal, because when they do, that's going to open up the offense even more to feel like they can get back into this and potentially tie or win it. You still have 10.5 minutes. It's plenty of time to do some damage if you're Aurora. Problem is, the last 3 or 4 minutes after you scored, there has been no movement whatsoever to attain another goal.
Lamoureux, couple of dekes. Buzzkowski can't hold on. Wagner nearly had the rebound. Sam Weiss, the only player from the last time the Spartans were here at the national tournament. He's been the catalyst today. We've got a whistle and a player down on the other end. It's Tim Vant. Didn't see exactly what happened, but Vant in some pain right now as a couple of teammates go over to check on him. Tim Vant, a senior forward from Aurora, New Jersey. The training staff out to take a look at him now. 9:52 to go in this third period. We'll step away for a moment as they check on Tim Vant. 3-goal lead for the Liberty Flames. I beg your pardon, we'll keep it right here as Vant. Good to see he's getting up, moving a little bit gingerly, but going to walk off under his own power. Always a good sign. The senior with 3 points this year. And we'll continue playing. 9:52 to go in this third period. 7-4 Liberty on top. Liberty took a 4-goal lead in this game. And the Aurora's hung around, but haven't really looked back since. Now the teams will come back out onto the ice. Spartans here for the first time in several years. Liberty would have been here last year had it not been for COVID-19 canceling the tournament. Could be on their way to a 2-0 start here in pool play in Pool D. Flanders with a huge bullet goes high up into the netting. Feels like Blake Flanders had that goal just 40 seconds into this game, and he's been searching for that second one ever since.
Yeah, he's been close too. Some really good shots that have led to strong opportunities for Liberty.
Media timeout. Media timeout.
9 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Flanders couldn't get that one to go off the top of the crossbar, but it's a 7-4 Liberty lead.
Unlike treatments that only repel, Taraxa seed treatment is the only one that eliminates wireworms. So cereal growers everywhere are going to be picking off wireworms like hotshot players in an arcade game. And you know how that's going to feel. Pretty darn great. Unless you're a wireworm. Taraxa seed treatment from BASF is here. For wireworms, it's game over.
Fourth year at the helm of the Liberty Flames. They're nursing a 3-goal lead right now. And talk about being thrown right into the fire. Just a few seasons ago, just 6 months following his playing career being done with the Division I program, he joined up with Liberty and became the head coach of the Division II team. You don't see that often, even if you're taking a step down in division. Usually maybe you want to be an assistant on staff and try and learn a little bit, but he jumped right in, and I can't say it's been a bad choice.
Yeah, the transition that he's made is incredible, and now he's leading the number 4 team in the country in the national tournament. His coaching style fits with what they want to do at this Division II level. I wouldn't be surprised if his name is called at some point for other opportunities, but also the fact that he likes being in this position also says a lot to what he wants to build at the Division II level for Liberty, and the groundwork that he's already laid is exceptional.
A Division I captain for the Flames from 2014 till 2017. Also played a few years in the NAHL, one in the USHL. And his team looks like they could be on the way to a 2-0 start here in pool play. They've got a date with Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow, who's already 2-0 in Pool D after a 7-2 win over Concordia, Wisconsin this morning. If Liberty holds on here, winner of that game will go on to the semifinals on Monday.
And if this score holds up and UMary defeats Providence tonight, then you're seeing the number 1 and 2 seeds going up head-to-head against each other, all 2-0, and you're going to have 2 teams that go 2-1 that don't make the semifinals. That's pretty heartbreaking if you think about it that way, because the schedule is so tough. You have to go 3-0 at that point.
And UMary, a lot of people believe them to be the clear favorite, but there is just a boatload of talent across the board as Doe flicked that one and came right back at him. And upset's not out of the cards really anywhere in any of these pools.
No, because everybody says, well, UMary's the consensus number 1. Well, Gonzaga was the consensus number 1 in the March Madness tournament for basketball in the men's side, and they lost in the national championship. So I'm not sitting here saying UMary is going to do that, but when you break it down, there is no shortage of talent, and when you get in these tournaments and Florida Gulf Coast puts up 17 goals in the first 2 games, that's a problem.
Barstead had a chance on the rebound and couldn't get it to go, and I think you're pretty qualified to talk about brackets and upsets, given that you were the big winner in the office pool this year.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't think so, though. That's luck. That was pure luck. Closed my eyes and just wrote some teams down.
You just don't want to give away any trade secrets.
Well, I'll take services after this.
7:08 to go here, the third.
I think it brings up a good point, because Florida Gulf Coast, yeah, they're number 5 in the country. Liberty's number 4 in the country, but you can flip a coin. Who's the better team?
Right.
Who should be number 2? Is whether we're the number 2 team or is it Florida Gulf Coast? It's the talent's deep, and I think the ACHA being able to have the national tournament this year was pivotal for the success of Division II. And after last year not having it because of COVID, is just imperative that they did this season, but also the teams that they do have in.
Tim Vance was just down with an injury only moments ago. I think he's doing just fine. And hold your horses, still some work to do, but the deficit's the closest it's been since 2-0.
Yeah, that's a nice shot, just launched from the face-off circle, boom. Sihainu didn't seem like he was prepared for that shot to go in that corner, or how fast that shot was coming from Vance. You said it. This game's not over by any means, by any stretch. When we said 7-4, it was within striking distance. 7-5 is within reach.
This is an Aurora team that gives up a little over 5 goals a game, but they like a good track meet. They score almost 5 goals a game as well. Liberty, they've got 7 now as George has his shot gloved by Buskowski. A team that only scores 3 goals a game. So the offense has certainly exploded today. It's something left to be desired on the defensive end. 6:32 to go. Despite almost doubling up Aurora in shots on goal right now, the lead's down to just a deuce.
That's hard to believe. That percentage is really high for Aurora when you look at the number of shots on goal compared to the amount of goals that they've scored.
George slides one for Granzow. George with some space. Partridge was deflected by Takaki. Eder falling down. George tried rifling one in. Takaki, great defense again. The blue liners doing the work right now for Aurora. 6 minutes to go, a chance to make it a 1-score game. It's been Liberty in front since the 1914 mark of the first period, as Stodaker has his shot taken by Sihainu. This game was 4-0 at one point. It's been a 4-goal lead multiple times in this game, 4-0 and 7-3. But Aurora refused to go away. And an icing call will bring it back down into the offensive zone. It is still a 2-goal game right now. With just 5:30 to go, does anything have to change offensively, philosophy right now for Aurora, or do they have a couple of minutes to just keep playing their game?
No, I would keep doing exactly what they've been doing, the pressure in the center of the ice, and then also near the face-off circles. There's the 15-foot stretch in this zone that they are really breaking down, and the face-off circle is one of them. They have had a lot of strong shots from that area, and if they keep letting it loose from there, they may get another goal or two.
Sorensen trying to do the same. Poked away by Buskowski.
The speed's also picked up for Aurora. They're playing faster. That's what they want to do.
Into the slot, Sorensen couldn't get a hold on it. Wasn't ready for the turnaround. Kazmierzak stifled easily. Buskowski with the drop off for Grabarek. Forgive me. Flanders with an interception, head of steam. This is dangerous. He loses his footing though. Flanders able to get it back. Cycles out for Wagner too high. Less than 5 minutes to go. A sense of urgency for Aurora. Into the neutral zone. Costello's got room. Costello plays it across. Not a lot of room there for Maselli. Maselli somehow gets it out. Fadula fighting for it, and it's cleared. Precious seconds ticking off the clock, but an icing call.
Not to look ahead past this 4 minutes and 13 seconds, but if Liberty does hold on, I'm concerned if I'm the Flames going into the game against Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow because of how the protection is broken down near the end of this game in this third period. Aurora has had what they've wanted to offensively. That concerns me because Florida Gulf Coast exploits every single weakness teams have. So you have to be able to stay consistent, and maybe this is just a little lapse in the game because they did put up a 2-0 shutout yesterday. And when you have a lead like that, sometimes things get comfortable, understandable, but the national tournament, that's still concerning. But your offense has been phenomenal today. There's been no complaints offensively for Liberty.
LaBouffe with that last one-timer. 3:45 and counting. LaBouffe trying to chase down Mitchell.
You're also receiving every team's best looks, no matter what. This is the national tournament, so their offense is going to be, your opponent's offense is going to be as best as they have been all year. So you have to expect that.
Sent up on the chase down is Vance. Just scored the last goal to make it a 2-goal game. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Liberty just trying to play some keep away and run this thing out. Flames team that's been tested all season long. Every game on their schedule has involved a team that's here at the national tournament, and they've got all they could handle here late from Aurora. Lindgren doing what he can to bother the Flames in their defensive zone, but Liberty comes out with it. Granzow already a hat trick, now he adds an assist. Granzow for George, and that might be the backbreaker, folks.
Yeah, that sure feels like the dagger, John. George, New Jersey product. Great pass. Man, that was on point. Granzow just, he's put together a complete game. A complete game. Talk about the offense not stuttering for Liberty. That's a perfect example of pouring it on when you needed to slow down Aurora. You found a way just to a deep sigh of relief out with 2:40.
Granzow with his 8th assist of the season. George with his first goal of the year. Only had an assist earlier today, picked a good time for his first goal. And Granzow, a hat trick and then some today. 3 goals and an assist. And Liberty can breathe easy now. Up 3 goals, coming up on the 2-minute mark. If you like offense, that Liberty Florida Gulf Coast game tomorrow is going to be the game for you. Winner is going to head to the semifinals. You've got a Liberty team that put up 8 goals in this game as Hines is sent away, and a Florida Gulf Coast team that put up 10 yesterday, 17 combined in their first 2 games of the tournament.
Yeah, as good as Liberty's offense has been, they've still been outscored by 7 goals total to Florida Gulf Coast. That's impressive from what the Eagles have done. We've talked a lot about them, but man, they look like a top-tier team.
Coming through, Lindgren stifled by Sihanuk.
Give Aurora a bunch of credit. They were down and out of this, 7-2. You're down 5, that's tough. But then you walk away, you outscore Liberty 5-2 over a spurt, and you get shut out. Not shut out, but you get slowed down here in this third period at the end. Kudos to what Aurora did coming back to such a young roster. Impressive.
Liberty, after losing their final 3 games of the regular season, comes out ready to roll here in pool play. 2-0 win yesterday over Concordia, Wisconsin. Now putting the finishing touches on a big win here over Aurora. Sorensen looking for one more.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Wagner for Hauk. Under 60 seconds to go. Aurora will get a shot tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Concordia. That'll be our first game of the day. Sorensen flies one by. And that game for Liberty against Florida Gulf Coast will happen at 4 o'clock. Reminder that we'll have, once again, all the coverage tomorrow. 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 and 7. And we've got one more game this evening. Mary getting ready to come out and take the ice against Providence.
This tournament's flying by, David. It's a quick 3 days of pool play, and it's 4 games every day, but it seemed like it's going by in a blink.
We'll also have the semifinals on Monday and the title game on Tuesday. And those semifinal dreams are still alive for the Liberty Flames. An 8-5 win for Liberty, a well-balanced performance for the Flames. After just 2 goals all game yesterday, couldn't get anything going beyond the first period. They put up 4 goals in the first, add 3 more in the second, and just for good measure, 1 in the third, an 8-5 victory. And the player of the game is the freshman from Macomb, Michigan, Trevor Granzow. A hat trick, 3 goals, plus the assist to finish things off. He was phenomenal today, Mick.
Yeah, his best game of his career, and it comes at the best time. It's a young career, just his first year, obviously, but wow, he's packed a lot of power into his swing, and the smarts that he already has possessed throughout his first couple of games of his career was on full display today. He's a player that the rest of the field should watch out for moving forward. Florida Gulf Coast has their hands full trying to stop this kid, but what a performance today. Set the tone with the 3 goals and the assist. Very, very strong performance.
Liberty 2-0 in pool play. They'll go on to take on 2-0 Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow to see who the winner of Pool D will be. An 8-5 win for the Flames on the strength of Trevor Granzow's hat trick plus the assist. We're going to take a step away for just a few minutes, and we'll come back at the top of the hour with our 4th and final game of the evening. Mary going to take on U of Providence coming up. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock start. But for now, for our entire Beck Sports crew, graphics operator Taylor Schmidt, our Director Jordan Lowry, camera operator Scott Lurch, Patrick Conte, and my broadcast partner Mick Tidrow. I'm David Sugarman saying so long. We'll see you in a few. 8-5, the Flames moving on.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use your promo code, and for a limited time, when you buy 1 set of sheets, you'll get another set absolutely free.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
has been challenged early, and he's been up for the task.
He's already had 4 saves, and not only does he have 4 saves, but there's just some pretty good opportunities for Florida Gulf Coast. Willie is really being challenged, and he's being very technical right now. He's reading the puck well and doing a nice job. Florida Gulf Coast executing pretty well on offense, and Willie's keeping Concordia in it.
How worried are you, though, about Concordia's offense? They didn't score it across the blue line, leaves it back for Sherman, but it was taken right away. Here goes Brandon Beard. He's got a breakaway. Beard, the backhand, and a score! The 13th goal of the season for Brandon Beard, and Florida Gulf Coast, 8 minutes in, has a 1-0 lead.
Oh, it's one thing to come up empty on the power play. To commit a costly turnover, though, is huge, and it was Brandon Beard, the leading scorer, too, to have a one-on-one with the goalie. That is a crucial turnover and a great job taken advantage by the sophomore. He has had a fantastic career so far with Florida Gulf Coast, and a great way to get the penalty kill going. Well, they don't have it yet, but a great way to get a goal out of a thing.
And they're down 1-0 here today to the 2-time defending national champions. Cantwell, great pass into the crease, and a backhand score!
It's one thing to struggle on offense in general, but against Florida Gulf Coast, that'll make it even tougher.
Saraceni scores his 3rd of the tournament!
Risk committing more penalties, but that's part of the identity of their team.
Saraceni scores his 2nd of the day. Back-to-back games for Joe Saraceni here at the ACHA National Tournament with 2 goals. Sherman with it again. Flips it back out, but it's taken away by Carlson. Here's Doyle from the slot, and it's redirected in by Sherman. Flips, tried to backhand it over. Lasker keeps it in front of the blue line, and it bounces home for a Florida Gulf Coast score. So with just over a minute left in the 2nd period, Florida Gulf Coast adds another. They got a chance for back-to-back, and they get it. Joe Saraceni with a hat trick. Carlson leaves it back for Beard, leading goal scorer this season. Trickles right through the legs. And a score. Here, but everything else, if they played on the road, they had to drive there. And there's a backhand score for Concordia. It's Sherman again, his 2nd of the day. 5 in the first 2 days. Concordia falls to 0-2 after losing to Liberty yesterday, and our first game today has finished. On defensive zone for a while there.
Look at 45 seconds. Robinson with 4 seconds to the power play. Halco back to full strength, and it doesn't matter because Halco scores right as that buzzer would sound. Lajewski wants the crease. Sarek ties the game. Sticks back. Never want to do that. Or never want to have to do that. Johnson gives it off to Frosch, and NC State's back in front with a Frosch goal. Davenport with the chance to tie. It's Demeter, slings it home, and just a minute later, we're back evened up with a goal from the junior Demeter.
To stop the initial shot right here. He's all the way out from the goal, and then a backhand, and he just snagged that. I have no idea. I did not realize that's how he made the save watching it live. That's a phenomenal look at him just plucking that puck out of the air. Look at this.
That's
Boom.
a save of the tournament.
Yeah, within 2 feet of where that shot was taken, too.
Preserves the tie. Solomon just outside the slot. 45 seconds on the power play. Johnson behind the cage, wants the flip, and he hits the top pocket. The first goal from a forward today by NC State, and it's Johnson's 3rd of the tournament. 30 shots on goal now for NC State, 27 saves for Deering, another save, 28, but Solomon scores, and NC State has the lead with a minute 25 to go. 18 seconds left. Final push for Davenport to tie it. Send us to overtime, but Peterson slings one, and it scores! The dagger from Mandan. To squeak by, as Noah said, to take on UMary tomorrow. We'll see what UMary can do tonight to see if both of those teams will be 2-0 heading into that matchup. To wrap up pool play, Davenport takes on Providence tomorrow. That's in
the offensive zone for the Flames. All through the middle, Lamoureux with the interception. Turns around in the slot, gives it a flick and a score! Roman Lamoureux, the freshman, just put the Spartans through the spin cycle. Early 2-0 lead. Campbell showing up the speed, and Burstead makes it a quick 3 goals, and the Flames are on fire. Doe cycles it back for Niederer. Niederer able to get some room, finds a crease shot, no good. Rebound for Granzow, and it's 4-0 Flames. 4 different. Up ahead, Weiss, fancy stick work, dinks it out, and a score! Weiss finds LaBouffe, and the Spartans get on the board. Coming around the way, nobody was waiting for him in the slot. Skates it out for Flanders. Niederer slides it over from McFarland, rifle, no, Granzow on the rebound for the 2nd time today. And Malin couldn't get a second try. Great job on the poke by George from his knees, and it leads to a Campbell goal. LaBouffe gets his 2nd of the day. Justin LaBouffe, the freshman forward, just 3 goals coming into the week in college hockey as Granzow, Deacon, and Declan is way for a goal. Just stop it. Trevor Granzow with a hat trick here. Still 4:36 to go in the 2nd period. Into the middle for LaBouffe. Heinuk sends the package. Chance from the slot. Sam Weiss for the 2nd time today.
COVID is just imperative they did this season, but also the teams that they do have.
Tim Vance was just down with an injury only moments ago. I think he's doing just fine. Oh, but Liberty comes out with it. Granzow already a hat trick. Now he adds an assist. Granzow for George, and that might be the backbreaker, folks. Anything going beyond the first period. They put up 4 goals in the first, add 3 more in the second, and just for good measure, 1 in the third, an 8-5 victory, and the player.
Is your business phone system outdated and expensive to maintain? Most large VoIP companies leave you on hold or struggling through online support and training for your employees. With Beck Connect, you always have fast, friendly, local support. Familiar faces with the know-how to keep you connected. Take advantage of the newest technology in voice calling, video conferencing, and virtual meeting rooms. Beck Connect gives you all the features you need with no upfront investment and no obsolete hardware or software ever again. Simplify your communications. Choose local. Choose Beck Connect.
You just might find the home of your dreams this weekend by watching the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes Sundays at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 on Beck, featuring properties from Bismarck, Mandan, Minot, and surrounding areas. The Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes presents desirable properties that are for sale, lets you meet your Alliance realtors, and provides critical insights into local happenings from community and business leaders. Join us this Sunday evening at 6 or Wednesday at 7 for the Alliance Real Estate Tour of Homes on Beck.
My name is Rich Shook, and I lost my best friend in a grain bin accident.
Some of the emotional scars that when these incidences happen just resonates throughout the community like dropping a rock in a pond. I guess I'll never forget. At least the last moments we shared. That's why I think this is so important to get out there to people, is people think that it can't happen to you, and it can. The time it would take you to just kiss a loved one, and your life is over. I believe it's unacceptable.
This message provided by North Dakota Farmers Union.
For the first 13 games of his team season. He tries to chase down the puck, but instead Lundqvist wins the race, centers it, and a score! 6 minutes in. Shot from the point, goes wide from Haskins. Into the slot, shot on, deflected away, and another score for Florida Gulf Coast. And it's tracked down by Maselli. Flipped out to the left point with Grabaric. Redirected route in front, it's loose, batted away. A great chance for Aurora, but Florida Gulf Coast comes away with a big play. It's Sam Storley, the sophomore defender, who got a stick on it out in front. Advantage of it. Sticked away by Hines, the freshman across the blue line. He's got Lindgren, instead he fires and scores himself with Goldman. Saraceni, nice move, shot on, score! Joe Saraceni.
Going to have to put the pressure on quick.
Florida Gulf Coast got out to a 2-0 lead in the first 6 minutes, but a quick score from Aurora has made it a one-score game just under a minute into the second period. Fator, pass intercepted. Carlson, and a score! Brandon Beard, the leading goal scorer this season for Florida Gulf Coast, makes it a 4-2 lead. Here goes the Eagles, 2-on-1. Saraceni, backhand score! Second of the game for the junior, Joe Saraceni, and Florida Gulf Coast goes up 5-2. More than halfway through the power play, puck has been on this end of the ice the entire time, but Florida Gulf Coast hasn't taken advantage. Now they do! Cohen the goal, off the pass from Richardson, and it's 6-3 Florida Gulf Coast. Here goes Florida Gulf Coast. Shot was loose out in front, rebound chance, and it's tapped home. Another score for the Eagles, their 4th of the period. Quist has one, Beard has one, Panfin has one. Like you said, Saraceni has 2. And a backhand score again for the Eagles. This time it's Corey Richardson, the junior. Can't imagine it's too tough to recruit kids to want to come there to school, and another shot on and a score. Philip Lasker becomes the 8th different player to score today for the Eagles. Almost a minute into this power play. And they get a score. Sam Wise the goal. And Arroyo. Florida Gulf Coast gets the kill. Cantwell backhands and scores. Here in the first game of the day, the first game of this 2021 national tournament. NC State to be able to get that many good looks.
Well, Jacob Fry back in between the pipes has his hands full, and it's already the first goal on the board, 54 seconds in. And it's Riley Johnson, his first goal of the postseason.
They're a really good team. I mean, and I know that the record is below 500, but this year isn't indicative of what a full season would be. That time it's just a breakaway chance for Peterson.
Felt dances to the blue line between two more. Link with the shot, and it's a one-goal game on a score by Link. Solomon. Miller taps, Solomon knocks it in, a score from the All-American. Pass over the net, Solomon makes him pay.
Doesn't this feel a lot like game one? Aurora was down 2-0 early. They got a big one right at the end of the first period, and you're thinking, hey, we're going to be 2-1 going into intermission. Well, Florida Gulf Coast got one in the first game to go up 3-1. NC State gets one from their All-American and best player, Chris Solomon. That is a beautiful play. That is tough with that puck flying through the air. A man up, what can they do?
That's 2 minutes for hooking is the official word on Victor Hugo, and bingo! There's a score from Providence. Well, it was 3-2 until Solomon said, I'll make it 4-2 with my second goal.
Yep, steal and score from Solomon there. He caught Lewis off guard, which
battles with Miller. Page to right, spills right off Daniel, and he dives on it. Daniel, it's knocked away. Stevenson doesn't corral. Another shot far away. Daniel didn't seem to be ready for it. He's not ready for that score by Wright. It's a one-goal game. Under 9 to go. Johnson spins through trouble, works through traffic, and scores his second goal today. Page slides right, one goal already today, make it two as he scores, and it's a 1-point game, 1-goal game.
Own goal. So that was big time. It put the lead back to 2. And then later in this one, with an empty net, fires in for the hat trick. The score there, third.
Carter with a slap shot. Delbridge kicks it out. Faber bumps into Partridge, lost his own balance. Coming toward the slot, backhand. Delbridge unable to get the stop. Out for Partridge in space. George off the boot of Sorensen. Wagner with the turnaround, and he lights the lamp. Josh Wagner, goal number 3, and it's goal number 2 of the period for the 4th-ranked Flames.
It started with a turnover and then a long Liberty possession with multiple opportunities. That was his teammate Sorensen who kind of lost the puck, wasn't able to take the shot, and it just deflected right on over to Wagner, and the quick turnaround into the
to play tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Aurora, while Concordia will try and bounce back early tomorrow morning. Come out and